Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that, fam? What it do? Who that? To the Sports Coma family in the building. What up, fam? We'll say that to all the beautiful black and gold family in the building. We in the building, family. Who that? Who that? NFC South champions 3 years in a row. The Saints representing, baby, and I'm representing too. Big ups to all the family members in the building. William Musgrove is the first one in the chat. Who that to Will? Appreciate you. Robert Clark, who that to you, Robert? I see your family. John Lister, how you doing, family? Good to see you, John. Scoop, who that, Scoop? My brother from another mother, Scoop. Shedrick, what up, Shedrick? He said big ups to you, Q. Big ups to my dog, Shedrick Mosley, in the building. G-Ree, who that to you, G-Ree? And all the family. Joey and Isabella, who that to my family in Florida. Joey and Isabella. Good to see y'all, family, in the building. Blazing Cess, who that to you, Blazing Cess? I see you, baby. Travis 504, who that? True Louise Animal, who that? Kevin, yo, what up, fam? Let's go. Who that? Joey says, did Big Q redo the intro song? Sounds like he dubbed on Nah, bro, same old song. Javier, who that, fam? He says, can't wait for this playoff type game tomorrow. Time to hit the Niners in the mouth. Let's get it. Who that? Thank you there, Javier. Good to see you. Dada, who that to you, Dada? Who that to all the family members in the building. 985J, Ice Cream Man 504. All the family chiming in today in the building. Family, good to see all the families. Sports Coma Live number 62, show 472. We just are moving along, family. I'm sorry we was a little late, family. We did a Revolt. I see Revolt Control Radio in the building. Who that to my dog, Revolt Control. Big ups to all the family chiming in. Sorry I'm a little late, family. Paul, who that, Paul? We did a Tough Tiger Talk broadcast before the Sports Coma. It went a little extra. And it was okay. You know, we were able to get off and then shoot back, you know, what have you. Electric Cub Shocker, who that to your family? Thank you for joining us in the live stream, family. So, you know, Tough Tiger Talk shows earlier today, family. I always do a Tough Tiger talk show before the Sports Coma. And usually Saturdays, like we know, we do several live streams today. Usually we start off in the morning with the Tough Tiger Talk. Then we go Sports Coma. Toward the nighttime game, we'll come back with Tough Tiger Talk to recap the game. Later on is this Pelican post-game report that's live. And, of course, the Ring Kings Boxing World Show will be live recapping Anthony Joshua's fight against Andy Ruiz. That's a big one to see what goes on there as well. So, Iceman. What up, Iceman? My boy Iceman T says, I'll say it again. The Saints have the talent and the coaches to get to the Super Bowl. No excuses. Kyle Davis. What up, Kyle? Who that to you, fam? Kyle in the building as well. All the beautiful Black and Gold family chiming in. We're going to go at it, family, today on the Sports Coma. Big matchup, and this one we had circled on the calendar for the past month and some change. It was almost like you was an LSU fan. You had that Alabama game circled on there, just like we had that same deal. If you're a Saints family, you had this 49ers game circled on your calendar. Don't say this took you by surprise now. Because this game here, we've been circling in this game here for over a month. We knew we were going to have to face off against this 49er club. Now, we have the ranking, baby. We are the #1 ranked team in the playoff chase. And guess what? Home field advantage is yours, sir. It's yours. 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 That's country lingo there. It's yours. It's yours. It belongs to you. It's like this pen in my hand. This is mine, says the Saints. And if anybody shall try to take it, shall be smite by this hit, by this DAT slap, which with the 49ers going to get in epic proportions tomorrow. You know, but listen, we did some scout. We were to look at the 49ers. We're going to look at it. We're going to break it all down here. We got the Saints 49ers preview and show live stream number 62. Come hit you with the Saints IR report for them and the 49ers, and also have interviews, several interviews that I'm going to play for you today, plus chat, plus call in. I'm going to try to, I don't want to hit you with too much content because I want to open up the phone lines and have the family to kind of speak on and give their game out. And talk and tell what they think about it. And I had a bunch of other stuff I want to hit you with. I want to simplify today's show and kind of bring the family into it like that. Cheryl, good to see you, Cheryl, in the building. Kyle says, I'm going to be in the city today for the game. I'll have my Crescent City Bridgewater t-shirt repped out. Thank you, Kyle. Send us a picture, man. Shoot it to the PRO Media Network at gmail.com. That's our official email. Is the PRO Media Network at gmail.com, family. If you got any, and this goes to any family members who bought PRO Media Network gear, Sports Coma gear, Pelican Post Game Report gear, all that. If you bought gear, take a picture of yourself with the gear on, send it to us. The PRO Media Network at gmail.com. We'll take the pictures. We'll put it on the community section of our page to show the black and beautiful repped out in a PRO Media Network Sports Coma gear. So that goes out to all the family members. If you are a person that bought some gear, I know a lot of you are, Dada and the rest of the family, if you got your gear, take a picture of yourself in the Sports Coma gear, send it to us. The PRO, the THEPRO Media Network at gmail.com. Take a picture of yourself in your Sports Coma or PRO Media Network gear, send it to us. We want to see you in the gear, repped out, Send it to us and we'll put it on the community section to show our family repped out looking good, man. So remember that, family. Keep that in your thoughts and minds and hearts. Kevin, who that to you? Kevin McKnight, he's in the building. Tremal, what up, baby? Tremal, I see you, baby. Who that to you and all the family? Demi, hey, Demi. Demi says, who that? Blessings to the family. Tremal said, what time LSU play today? They are going to be on for 3 o'clock today. They played for 3 today. I thought they should have pushed it back to 6, but it's all good. We're going to stump, you know what, wherever we get a chance. If they want to get stumped at 3 o'clock, who am I to not oblige them? I would be a rude host if I was not to oblige the bludgeoning that we're going to give to this Georgia Bulldog team. We'll take all the bull out of the dog in this one. Kevin says, waiting for tomorrow. The whole sports world will be watching tomorrow, and the whole sports world will be watching and hating on the black and gold Saints. They've been doing it all the time. All the experts picking the 49ers to beat you. How are you going to beat the Saints in the Superdome? Hall of Fame quarterback, pissed off team, knowing that they're not playing up to their potential. All the lambastement that guys like Teddy Ginn Jr. been getting from myself, and I know it's getting to him. But you can get mad, scratch your ass all you want. You know I'm telling you the truth. If I was just sitting up here just talking crap and not speaking the truth, the family would say, you know, Q, that's not accurate. But the family say, you know what, Q, you actually right. The man ain't representing. He ain't showing off. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do. And he know it too. If you're a real, just don't take it as criticism like that or negative criticism. Take it as constructive criticism. Because we want to see you do good. We want to see you do well. We want to see you get paid. We want to see you live your dream. We want to see you ball out in the black and gold uniform. I would be absolutely insane and crazy if I wanted you to fail. That is absolutely not what I want. I just want you to do your job and represent the black and gold nation, baby. That's what I want. That's all out and the rest of the family want. Iceman T said, I'm good. Just had my first son, so I'm blessed, big dog. Okay, Ice T, man, big up. A who that, big congratulatory who that to Iceman T had his first child, man, the new dad. Who that to you, Iceman T, and congratulations, fam. Who that to you, fam. That's a big thing. I remember when I had my first son, man. I was handing out cigars, and I don't even smoke. I was handing out cigars, and I don't even smoke cigars. Like, where the hell I get this from? Some movie I seen somebody handing out cigars, you know, and I was handing out cigars. So that's a big thing. Who that to you, that fam, for that. Let's see. And the rest of the family chiming in 985 and the rest of the family. Well, anyway, family, we're going to get going. We're going to start the show off here. And we know about the 49ers. We know about what they're going to bring into the Superdome. Remember, this team got to come up in here and play us. They got to come into our building. We own it. They want what we got. We don't need nothing they got. We just need to bat their ass out the way. But anyway, before I get into the meat and potatoes of breaking it down, let's start off the show with Coach Payton. Let's start off with hold on here. Yeah, let's start the show off with Coach Payton as he previews and give his thoughts upon what's going to happen in this game. Of course, this is going to be a very difficult matchup. Don't even much think for a second that it won't. This is going to be a very difficult matchup, but the Saints have to come together. They got to play like we know they could. Here's Coach Payton to break it down. Hold on, fam, just a second. You'll hear Coach Payton momentarily.
No, look, I think the answer would be no. I mean, I think our red zone numbers have to get better. That's something that, you know, we continue to work on. Our ball security has been fantastic. Our third down's gotten better. But the thing that would stand out is just the red zone efficiency. I think our numbers in the past have been better, and I think we can be better.
We've asked you a couple times this week about the San Francisco rush offense, but how do you think that matches up with your rush defense and the way those guys?
We're gonna find out. Yeah. You know, those guys do a great job. Kyle has, you know, come from a system where he's had a lot of success, and those guys are doing it at a high level. The runners are guys that can get to the edge, and you know, it kind of starts with that wide zone, but they're running it as well as anyone. And when you watch their film, you see it.
Yeah, Sean, they don't run too much guard to guard, do they? They really try to go off tackle.
Well, some of those off tackles though end up, you know, cut up. But they look. It's not just that. You get some misdirection. You get some scissor schemes. They're going to attack you, and you know they're going to make you move. And then when they make you move, there's going to be misdirection off of that. There's going to be cuts off of it. But setting the proper edge, and fitting this thing the right way is important.
John, because they bring pressure with mainly 4, is the screen game as effective because they can sit linebackers back?
Well, it depends. Look, to your point, there's a lot of 4-man rush. They're affecting the quarterback with 4, so that's problematic because they can be in coverage, and now you're having to throw quicker than you want into some tougher coverage looks. Whereas, if a team is pressuring you, then the ball can come out quicker sometimes. So the ability for them to get pressure on the quarterback with a 4-man rush is a great a great trait for a defense, and those guys are doing it very well. Yeah, I mean, when do you call screens and zones versus man? A lot of it's what you want to accomplish in your play design. But certainly it starts with protection. It starts with your ability to help control that 4-man rush. They're doing this team from last year to this year has improved in a couple of areas more than I've seen a team in 1 year in a while. And because you look at, we've got all the film this year, but we've got all the film last year, and it's a different defense almost when you're watching it, just with how they're playing. And personnel's different. There's new guys in that are playing very well. They're well coached, and there's a reason they're the top-ranked defense in our league.
So, what do you think's been behind some of the production that Marcus Williams has had playing that kind of deep safety role?
Well, look, there's probably a handful of things. Generally, the front and coverage go hand in hand, and so he's gotten his hands on balls maybe that we've had a quarterback either hurry a pass. It becomes a lot harder to play back there if the quarterback has 4 seconds. So, unfortunately, we've been able to affect some passers and speed up the clock.
Coach, what do you expect to see from the crowd? It's a noon game. Got to get out
Look,
there
it's a big game. I think we'll have a great atmosphere. Our fans are smart. They're football people. They understand the importance of the game, and they understand the significance of that they can have on an opposing team. I mean, it's different, and it's it's not the loudest venue in our league, so that's a good plus for us.
Were you guys high on Kittle when he was coming out of Iowa?
I'm trying to think of the year. He's a player that didn't have that type of production in the passing game when he came out of Iowa, and he's kind of he's become, you'd say, a better pro maybe than a college player. So it'd be hard for me to look back on his production and relative to his grade, but man, he's doing a lot of things well, and he's blocking the run game well.
Sean, Coach Sheldon kind of progressing since.
He's doing well.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He's getting healthy, and it's good having him back in our lineup. That rotation's been good for us.
Sean, you've been doing this a long time, so what do you kind of make of the fact that it feels like a lot of the teams are really good this year, really running the football after all the talk about this being a passing league? Just as a coach, I don't
think that's ever changed, though. I think that it's still about your ability to have balance. You're going to need to run it at times, and playing good defense. Those really haven't left us. If you look at the past Super Bowl or champion team, but they haven't left us.
In all your experience, how does the game change in January?
Well, look, because you play 16 games, this last stretch is a little clearer picture relative to what the games mean. So that sense of urgency begins to change. And I think the thing that's uniquely different in our league compared to any other sports is in the postseason, it's just one game, single elimination. It's not a best of 7. We'll come back for the next one. It's win in advance. And so I can't think of anything that's more, that would give you more of a sense of urgency than that. And I think it's the exciting thing about, playing for something this time of the year relative to all the work you put in.
That's Coach Payton family breaking it down. I gave Coach a little bit extra time to kind of work us here. In epic proportion is the fact that Sean Payton has to remain disciplined in his play calling insofar as calling a balanced game against this team. I mean, to keep it real with you, we must understand that. Who that to the family members is chiming in? Donovan, I see you, baby. JT. Till, What up, Teal, the legend? My dog Teal in the building. And JT, I see you, fam. Good to see you there, JT. He said, I'm feeling a lot better. Go Saints. Thank JT. Good to see that you're doing well, family. I knew you was kind of under the weather. My brother, stay strong. And all my beautiful black and gold family members like my boy JT, who been bit under the weather. Man, y'all just stay strong, family. We're gonna make it through it. Verlin, I see your family and all the family members in the building chiming in. Sub-Zero, all the great family members all chiming in as well. Now, family, you heard Coach Payton break it down. Now I want to give him an opportunity to get into the injury report as promised. Looking at it, this is the most current one that I have is Andrews Pete. Of course, we know he's not going to be in there. Kiko Alonso is out. AJ Klein is now out with the knee issue. So Kiko and AJ Klein are out. Zach Line was limited all from Wednesday to Friday. We thought he was going to play. Game status, he's out. They're not going to take any chances. He's out. Teron Armstead practiced all week in a limited capacity with that ankle. Is questionable. So that's something there. Teron Armstead could possibly play, listed with questionable status. Now, Jason Vanderland, who is the tight end that we brought in, he has a concussion and he will not play. Matter of fact, he was put on IR and they had listed the injury as a head issue and he is out. So he's placed on injury reserve. Will Clapp dealing with that elbow is questionable, even though he was limited, did not practice Friday. And Patrick Robinson, believe it or not, is on the injury list dealing with a calf injury. He did not practice and is listed as questionable as well. So that is interesting because if you base Patrick Robinson has been an absolute mitigated disaster as far as the Saints have been concerned. I'm just going to keep it real with you, fam. I got to take a swig on that one now. That's absolutely insane. This guy hadn't done diddly squat since he been here besides go on the field and spend the money. You know, it has been Patrick Robinson has been an unmitigated disaster. A disaster for the black and gold. Looking at the 49ers injury report, they got quite a few people on the injury report. Dante Pettis is questionable. Chakwaski Chart is out. So is Julian Taylor. D Ford might play in this game. That's the other pass rusher. He's pretty good. Kittles was limited with that knee and ankle issue. He fully practiced Friday, so he's good to go. Richard Sherman was dealing with a knee issue. He fully practiced Friday, so he's good to go. Staley's good to go. Matt Breida is good to go. Debo Samuel had a shoulder issue. He's good to go. Emmanuel Sanders had rib issues. He's good to go. Eric Armstead, he didn't play Thursday, but fully practiced Friday. He's good to go. And Marquise Goodwin, who had knee and foot issues, was limited. He's questionable. So the 49ers big dogs, they are good to go. They are good to go. The ones that really turn the ship, that turn the wheels, are good to go. So you should get a pretty good matchup of epic proportions with most of their guys being ready to play. Now, let's move on to the next interview. We have PJ Williams, man. Here's PJ Williams chiming in on his thoughts about the 49ers matchup. And I know a lot of people like, man, I don't want to hear what this dude got to say. But PJ's still a member of the team. Let's give PJ some love, man. You know, he gonna need all that confidence. We can't pull our own man down right now. We got to uplift PJ because he gonna need some help. And I'm talking about on high help to deal with whatever they're gonna send at him. So here's PJ Williams thinking about the upcoming matchup. Here he goes.
A lot about this run offense, but we hadn't heard much about what they do throwing the football. What are some of the things they like to do when they pass it?
The fact that they have a good run offense, it sets it up for the pass. They do a lot of play action, some boots, and then when you load in the box, you got one-on-ones on the outside and stuff like that. So you can take those shots and they do some crossing routes, and then they have actually the receivers they're definitely pretty good, man. Just watching them throughout the week, they do a lot of pivot routes, like going across the field and then jerking back the other way, and definitely beating guys with that, and just situational.
Garoppolo looks like he gets rid of it fairly early. He's only been sacked 28 times. Is that something you guys are seeing where he's getting rid of it pretty quickly?
Yeah, definitely. He gets rid of it. When he gets rid of it on time, that's when they create those big plays. They got good receivers that can get a lot of yak yards, run up the catch. So that's definitely what they like to do.
You know, you're a guy who, even though you're a DB, you don't mind getting your hands dirty in the run game. Is this one of those games where, you know, that how critical is that going to be for you and the rest of you guys in the secondary to not just tackle, but be sure tacklers?
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. We know they have a great run offense. They pride themselves off getting explosive runs. So our job is to keep them from getting those explosive runs and definitely contain them and try to force them to be a passing team.
How much of an asset can like the home crowd be and that crowd noise be on like third downs and just overall on defense?
Oh, huge, man. That's everybody who comes here. I know they feel it. I don't know if he came here before, but this quarterback is definitely going to feel it, and not just him, wide receivers, because it's going to be tough to communicate. Because we feel it on defense, but at the end of the day, it definitely helps us.
PJ Williams family, PJ breaking it down, letting them know what his thoughts is there. And I like how PJ talking because he's gonna need all that positive talk dealing with what's coming in. This is a very difficult team to match up with, but guess what? If anybody can handle business up against this team, it's our New Orleans Saints. We were made for this. We were definitely made for this. We're not gonna play games with you. We're gonna stump you out of here. You ain't gonna come up here talking about getting no win in the Superdome. How dare you even consider winning in the Superdome? You know, of course, he could say, well, Q, look what Atlanta did. Atlanta, that was a total blown out buffoonery game. Yet I said boob and foolery together. It's buffoonery. It's boob foolery. And I just got to say it like, I'm going to just say it like I said, like I mean it, family. I'm going to keep it real with you. That's the only way I can do it. Who that to your Scoob? I see you, baby. Big Smoke Dog in the building. Scoob, Smoke Dog. I see you in the family. Who else here chimed in as of late? Let me go down some of the chat before I finish up some of the stuff heading forward. Iceman T said I'm good just had. Okay, hold on. I read that one. Let's see. Revolt, Control, rest of the family. Congratulating Iceman T. That's how we do, man. That's a family, man. Because the brothers and sisters in the stream don't have to say nothing, man. But it's see, that's love, man. That's how you build families, man. That's why I'm so proud of my family and being a member of the Sports Coma Black and Gold family, man. Because we give a damn. You know, it's real. Iceman said, thanks, LOL. Got him watching me. LOL, kind of starting him early. That's cool, brother. I love it, man. Like the family know, I mean, I have 2 sons, man. You know, actually, I got 3 other, they call them stepchildren, but those are my children, you know, from a previous marriage. But, you know, I got 3 children, not blood children, and then 2 blood children. 5 overall, 2 girls, 3 boys, and I consider my children. And when they need something, you know, they come to me, man. And I gotta look out for them. You know, that's how you're supposed to handle up. But anyway, let's see all the family chiming in there. Verlin says, "Who that Bayou Bully's gonna eat?" I don't see the 69ers. O-line handle our defensive front. 69er D is over aggressive and it can be had with the screen to Murray, aka Cook. Oh, it's definitely, man. They impetuous, man. They're a youthful team. They don't have that experience. Audit, I see you, baby. Audit the Fed in the building says, I'm ready for the game. Q, will you be live after? Will you damn Skippy? I'm gonna be live after with fam. And Teal, my dog, I see you, Teal. Appreciate it. Verlin says, and I've been saying that in the chat almost all season that our red zone stinks. Like them. Boo-boo. What I've seen is they send the front 4, but shooting guys from the secondary. Oh, no doubt about it. Christopher Massey, who that to you, Christopher? When I try to use a link, okay, I think I shot you a link, Christopher. Try it out. When it'll take you right to the store. I think they had a problem with that last one, but try the next one. It'll shoot you there. And like I said to the fam, thank everybody that participated in the Black Friday sale. It was pretty good. Thank the family. Remember, all the proceeds from the pro shop helps empower the platform. As you can see, we had a few changes. You can see some changes to the live stream as well as the video links and graphics. I tells you over and over again that the Black and Gold family members are the ones. This platform has been growing exponentially, and you can see it. That we are moving forward and getting stronger and stronger so we can compete with the larger platforms that's out there and all of the other platforms, the 49ers platforms, the Atlanta Falcons platforms. We need to get up there and be able to challenge them so when they talking that mess, we can bat them down a couple of times. Paul says, hey, Q, put Patrick Robinson and PJ Williams and Teddy again cannot be on his team next year. Patrick Robinson, contractually speaking, will be on this team. PJ Williams and Ted Ginn are not. Their contracts is up. And by the way, on that contract show, just to let the family know, we were supposed to release several videos. Some of those videos are completed. We just hadn't released them yet. This week will be the week in which we release some of those videos, and they'll be firstly released to our Patreon family. Although we have a new Kelly, Derek, Dada, Devin, Demi, and Kevin Stevenson joined the Patreon family recently. I'd like to thank all of our Patreon champions, but usually those videos will air to them first, and then maybe a day or so later, then they'll be introduced to the rest of the Sports Coma family. And who that to you, Neville? I see you, baby. Good, welcome to the live stream. And of course, that contract show, where we talking about the contracts and all that, that'll be this week. It might be Wednesday of this week or Tuesday of this week, but one of these days this week, it will be this week. So y'all just be looking out for that as well. Just to let you know, because I know a lot of people were asking, AQ, where's the best of Reverend Saint? Where is the best, this type of stuff? Some of those are already done. But like I said, we average like 25. We do seriously, your boy really working here. Like maybe 20 something plus podcasts a month is what we produce. I was doing it in my head and I didn't even realize what was going on. It's like 25 or 24, 25 something podcasts a month that the PRO Media Network produces. And then we do other little side content as well. So like I said, just be patient. We're going to make sure. But this week is the week in which we're going to be doing that show. And it might be like a 2 or 3 hour show in which I'm going to take all the contracts that we have on the Saint, the ones that's coming up, and we're going to break it down. We're going to do our little contract show. So I know y'all been looking out for that. So just a little heads up. Programming note for the family. Will Musgrove says 42 in the chat. Hit the like button. Thank you, Will, for that. Family, please smash the like button. If you haven't already, do that. Dallas, who that to you? I see you, baby. Good to see you in the live stream. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Elite Goods in the building. Family, thank you. And while I got you, before I go back into my next round of interviews, we got Ryan Ramczyk coming up next. And then that's going to be it on the interviews. We'll hear what big Ryan Ramczyk got to say. But I want to give a special shout out to all of the Sports Coma fantasy members that supported the Fantasy League. The playoffs start this week, and it's really hectic. That's a tough league, man. Most people don't want to do a 20 because it's really difficult, but why are you getting scared? Difficult is just what it is. Till says PJ Williams is a good tackler. Think he will be impact in the game. I think so too. I'm thinking that's why I'm kind of uplifting PJ right now as opposed to tearing him down. And if you do some stuff, then you constructive criticize him in the recap show. That's how I ain't gonna go into it. But Ted Ginn got to step up. PJ Williams got to step up. Those guys have to step up and play. And hopefully this type of atmosphere, this is going to be a playoff atmosphere, and those guys need to rise to the occasion and represent. Here's Ryan Ramczyk to talk about this matchup coming against the 49ers. Here's Ryan Ramczyk, fam.
I think they play really sound football, and they've shown that they can get after the passer. So, I think us guys are ready, and we're ready for the test.
Yeah. How forward are you guys looking to this kind of challenge? I mean, you've already won the division. Now it's about jockeying for playoff position.
Yeah, we're fired up for this challenge, and it's a huge game. Obviously, it's the next game, so every game is big. But this is huge for us, and I can feel it in this locker room. We're excited for this game.
Is it almost a quote unquote playoff regular season game? Because again, you guys know exactly where you stand division wise, but now it's about can you get home field throughout?
Yeah, definitely big implications on this game. We try not to think about that too much. It's this week, it's this next game, so that's kind of our mentality. But we understand, the seedings and stuff like that. So it's a big game.
Now the thing that San Francisco has allowed a bit defensively is the run game. You guys have been picking up the run game. What are some of the things you guys have seen improvement-wise for your run game?
Well, I think with a couple new players coming in, I think they've meshed well and played well together. I know we want to get after the run game this week. It's something we pride ourselves in every week, being able to run the ball, run it efficiently, and then obviously keeping Drew protected. But
Big Ryan Ramczyk, man, a few words, but Ryan Ramczyk is something serious. Fastly approaching to be the Saints' best offensive lineman Well, I mean, he borderline right there, Teron Armstead, to not to the chagrin of Teron Armstead, because the big brother's trying to stay healthy. It's just the luck of the I guess just didn't line up for him to remain healthy. But hopefully he'll play a position in this game. If not, then definitely against the Colts. Now we're looking at the Saints did make some moves to kind of solidify the offensive line, and they're doing a basic stratagem of going back to players that they formerly had and bringing them in so that they can help them along the way. Now, what am I talking about? Saints re-signed veteran offensive lineman Michael Ola, and a corresponding move was to put Jason Vanderland on the injured list. So getting Ola back, and of course you're dealing with injuries to Terrell Armstead, who has the ankle, Will Clapp with that elbow. It's listed as saying that they potentially, we know they could potentially miss the 49ers game. Armstead and both Clapp will be game time decisions. Now, remember they promoted Vanderlei to the active roster from the practice squad during week 2 contest with the Panthers. He appeared in 2 games playing a combined 21 snaps. And Mike Ola is a guy that the Saints are familiar with. He played very well for the Saints last year. Not so much in the preseason, but I thought Mike Ola did enough this year to make the team. But the Saints reaching back, they signed Ola, they bring him in here. They got Omar May, who's playing really well. Michael Ola played really well for them, for the Saints last year in limited duty. So, I mean, this is a smart move. It's a smart offensive equivalent to having Manti Te'o re-sign with the team. Getting Manti Te'o to sign back with the team was a smart move, because Manti is familiar with the Saints defense, what they're running. He can come in right away, be briefed, and keep it moving. We're not saying the man need to be a star, but this provides depth. Now, so it's almost like the Saints have a special list of players that they know we can go back and reach. We won't have to go and get some other guy and try to school him and teach him what we're doing here. These guys are familiar. They're veterans. They know we could just put him right here and he'll step in and play. And I love that, because Michael Ola played well for him last year. And Manti Te'o, when he was there, a lot of people didn't want to see Manti Te'o go. Well, guess what? Manti's back, so is Michael Ola, as they have a 1 month of season left to go to keep on pushing on through. Who that to you, Devin? Glad to see you in the live chat, family. Good to see Devin in the building as well. So that was the last of our interviews, family, just to let the family know. We went through some of our news. Now let's get into the aspect of kind of breaking down the game coming up against the 49ers. Now, like I said, the Saints coming into this sucker, sitting up there at 10-2. The 49ers, basically, they got the same record. They did come off that loss last week to the Baltimore Ravens by 7 points. No, it wasn't by field goal. I'm sorry, by a field goal. They're 5-1 away. Saints are 5-1 at home. A lot of people, I know, I've heard it, family. I've heard about the supposed experts who don't know a rat's ass about nothing dealing with the Saints. They'll tell you about 12 players and they'll talk about Drew Brees. They know all the namey players. And then when they start getting down there, they don't know a damn thing. And that's like a modern method that they use to try to cover 30 plus teams to make it appear like they know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. They'll say the basic stuff that they most say, well, the Saints got to protect Drew Brees and they got to run the ball. Well, la-di-da, SOB. That's all they have to do. What about the rest of the role players stepping up? Do you know any? No? How about you go get and then go read off of papers? You know, I know this team here. Most of the statistical data is coming from up here. And if I don't know, then you say, hold on, let me look it up. And that's just knowing what the hell you're talking about, doing research and understanding and such. It's second nature, is like breathing or walking or any other thing that you do. You know, when it comes down to Saints, speaking for myself, you know, knowing the nature, I might screw up a name every now and again, but they know, like I said, what I said last show? Willie Jackson? Yeah, Willie Jackson when it was, I said Willie Green when it was supposed to be Willie Jackson. But, you know, it's just a part of it, having all of that information. Sometimes a name or two get mixed up or what have you. It's part of being a human. You're going to make some mistakes. But I just said, like I say most of the times, that the experts been picking against you this whole damn year. Just remember who they are and to continue to lamb basement on them, because if they'll pick the 49ers, say, I think the 49ers will beat the Saints. Do you know how incredibly hard it is for a team to come up in here and beat a team who playing well? They're not playing super well, but to come into their building and beat a team like that, that's coming off a extended week, had extended time to heal, extended time to prepare for a team that was just coming off of a tough game against another team that took them to the line. And they're on a road against that same team that took them to the line to come into the Saints building and get a win. You know how improbable that is? You know, it's just ridiculous. But they just speak out the wrong side of the, you know what? You know, I just think that is absolutely insane. I don't respect them. But anyway, looking at some of the information here, let's go down the statistics here, the breakdown here. And I apologize to the family. I don't have the TSC matchup graphics set up, y'all. I was kind of running behind. I had a long week last week and a tough morning this morning with the equipment and everything, getting everything lined up. So I don't have the TSC matchup graphics set up for this particular show. So we'll get back on par with that the next show against the preview show against the Colts. So just to let you know. But this is the thing, dealing with the points per game. Saints averaging 25 points a game coming into this one and giving up 20.7. 10-1 though. 10-2 is what the Saints are. Cost a couple of losses against the Rams when Drew went down, and the give up loss or the not even showing loss against the Falcons. Passing, Saints averaging 375 yards a game. That's 267.4 throwing and 107 rushing. The defense allows 345.3 points a game. That's 256 through the air. Might as well say 257. 257 yards they allow through the secondary, and they stop you for less than 89 yards per game. The Saints defense do. So that's some of the tops in the NFL as far as the rush defense goes. Now looking at the 49ers, they're averaging 29 points a game, and they hold you to 15.3 points a game. So very stiff. And their total offensive production, 391 yards per game, 243 of it through the air. And they run at a flat 148 yards a game. They can run that ball. They got balance. They average 391 yards per game. And now the defense allows you to throw 280 yards a game, much of it through the air, 163.3. That's pretty good. Secondary-wise, they hold you to 163.3, but the defense allows you to gash them. 117 yards a game that you can run on this team. Now, like I said, out of the last 4 games, the team is 2-2, including losses at Seattle, 27-24. They beat Arizona 36-26, Green Bay 37-8, and of course we remember the December 1st matchup loss to Baltimore in Baltimore 20-17 by a field goal. Saints currently on a 3-game winning streak since losing to the Falcons 26-9. They are currently riding high. New Orleans is 10-2 in the NFC South. They're the first team in the NFL to win their division outright. They got that out the way. And the 49ers are sitting at 10-2. They're not the best team in their NFC West. It's Seattle. Seattle is the top team there. The 49ers are currently set up as a wild card. So, I mean, that's just to let some of the family members know some of the statistics there. Now, looking at the individual accolades before we go into this thing. Now, their top quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, or what a lot of them call him, porn star Jimmy, 247 for 358, 2,896 yards, 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, double-digit interceptions. Double-digit interception alert. Drew Brees right now 177 for 240, 1791, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Their top back is Matt Breida, 109 carries for 542 yards and 1 touchdown. Of course, they have Tevin Coleman. If you remember, Tevin Coleman used to play for the 49ers. I remember that was a guy that I wanted the Saints to get, to be honest with you. He came really cheap compared to some of the other running back contracts. I was like, man, they should go and get that dude. But anyway, the 49ers got him. He's the second back behind him. And, of course, the Elvin Kamara's our top guy, 125 carries for 587, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Absolutely insane that he has 1 rushing touchdown so far with a month left in the season. George Kittles is the top receiver for the 49ers, 54 catches, 687 yards with 3 touchdowns. And the mighty Mike Thomas is our guy, 110 catches, 1290, 6 touchdowns for the great one. And that is the individual and team breakdown for the 49ers. Now, just to let the family members know that the live stream is now, the number is open inactive for the family to call in. Of course, it's above my head. 504-475-4482. 504-475-4482 is the live number. Now, going back to the chat, let me read some of the family members' chats as I was running my mouth, breaking the statistics down. Let's see. Let's get here. Robert says, actually, PJ Williams is better playing than Patrick Peterson's. Peterson's. He's playing like burnt toast lately. Paul said this will be a real good time for Gardner Johnson, JT Gray, and Robertson to step up big time tomorrow. Good point, Paul. Scoop says we need PJ to be physical tomorrow. Paul says 100% agree. Elites, what's up to you, Elite? Paul says Scoop and Revolt, how Scoob and Revolt, how family will, okay. He's giving a shout out to the family members. Okay, that just jumped on me. Damn, family. Just jumped on me. All right, let's see. Larry Williams, who that to you, Larry? Dallas Allen says, who that? Larry says 69ers going to fall victim for listening to the national media thinking they can win in the dome. Z Animosity 3 says, let's get this dub tomorrow. Who that to you, that fam? Good. Thank you for joining us. If you ain't a subscriber, please subscribe. And that goes out to all the family members out there who aren't subscribers. Feel free to subscribe, man. Right now, hit the like button as well, family, in this sucker. Let's see, Dada, who that to you, fam? JT said, I think Sean Payton will let Traquan run some of Ted Ginn routes. That could be a point, JT. Thank you. Elise says, even Ryan wants to run the ball. Revolt said, I was hoping Zach Line was going to play. It doesn't look like it, bro. Look like they shut him down again. Paul says, okay, Q family, what happens if the Saints lose the chance for home field advantage? They got to keep on playing. They got to redeem themselves. From what I know about this team, they have to step up and play in all of the things. It would be a lie. Over the last several years, the Saints have had a lot of stuff thrown at them. All I can say is, despite the cheatery of the referees, despite everything that all of them try to do, the Saints are sitting as the #1 team in the NFC right now. They hold home field advantage in their hands. That is sterling based upon the fact that the Saints have dealt with several injuries to key personnel, but yet maintain the course. The ship never drifted right nor left. Now, they did have a few letdowns in the season. The Atlanta game was a letdown, and of course, losing Drew against the Rams. That was a par for the course. But the reality is the Saints stay on course. And they're sitting up here at 10-2, the #1 team in the NFC, and everybody else is chasing them now. The Saints could solidify their position and show who they really are against this game. Now, let me I think the Saints can handle business against this team. I say the Saints can run the ball on this goddamn team. But the key to victory is Sean Payton got to get the hell out the way and run the ball. Don't get up in here with all this cute platform throwing in running these wide receivers up in here, packages and all this nonsense. No, simplify the game plan. Establish the run first. Then if you won't get cute with the passes after the run is established, then do that. But don't you dare start off this game with slants and stuff to get Mike Thomas. We need to run the ball against this 49er club. They give up 160 yards a game to teams running the ball. If their weakness in the defense is they can't stop the run, guess what you're supposed to do? Run the ball, not try to pass into their secondary. Sean Payton, get out of the way. Get your ass out of the way and do what you're supposed to do, because you almost screwed up in that Carolina game. We were supposed to beat Carolina by 40-something points. We were supposed to put up a 40-burger on them. They could not stop the run, and it was Sean Payton that shut the run down and just started passing, and then Carolina caught up. Get your ass out of the way, and let these men do what they're supposed to do, which is run the ball against this team. Now, I love my coach. Everybody know I love my coach, but this is affectionate. But you got to understand, it's tough love, man. Sometimes you're too close to the pitcher. Back up off that pitcher and look and understand that this team is susceptible to the run. And not to mention several other things that get involved when you run the ball. You control the clock. You keep their offense off the field where they can't build a momentum or rhythm or harmony or whatever you want to use. The Saints have to understand that. Sean Payton in particular, I'm talking to you. You stay out of the way of the game plan, which should be running the ball and establishing the run, then working the pass off of the run. Latavius Murray has not been used in a heavy capacity over the last several games, and it's time for him to be put to use against this 49er club. Run the ball, dominate the time of possession, keep their offense off the field, And when you're running the ball and you have long drives where you got their defense on the field, you wearing them out, your defense is resting. So when that defense come out there, they could tear tail and get to Jimmy Garoppolo and fold him like a lawn chair. Because he can't deal with taking hits. He fragile. He like China. He just like cheap Chinese ware that you got on the table and somebody come just bump it and they fall over and break. That's what Jimmy Garoppolo is. Jimmy Garoppolo is fragile. You know, you got to put bubble tape around him. This guy, I'm saying, you got to be able to establish the run. Sean Payton, get your ass out of the way. Excuse my French, Mandarin, Swahili, Arabian, Hebrew, whatever you want to call it. Arabic, that's what I meant to say. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, man, is that this is football, and sometimes you lose games because you're trying to be too cute. You know, so that's what all I got to say about it. Live lines open, family, if you want to talk. 504-475-4482. Let's talk. You want to talk? You here to talk? Let's talk. The live lines open, family. I want to hear from you in the live chat. Questions, concerns, comments. I'm going to be reading down the comments as we go. I done spat over all the news on the cover that gave hit you with the injury report, gave you the statistical breakdown, played several key interviews from Coach Payton, Ryan Ramczyk, PJ Williams even got a little air spot today. And now we getting into the interview section like I want to get into with the family. Live lines open. 504-475-4482 is open as I go back to the chat. Let's see. JT says, I think Sean Payton will let Traquan run some of Ted's routes. Hopefully he put Traquan in Ted Ginn's position and put Ted Ginn on the bench where he belong. Kyle says 49ers call the Superdome the Voodoo Dome. They better understand because it's going to feel like that after we finish whooping on them. Scoop said, I just turned 50 on Rocktober 1st, Dada. Damn, Scoop, who that to you, brother? Big who that birthday to my dog, Scoop, man. He say he turned 50 years old. Big ups to Scoop, man. Big ups to my boy, Scoop. Happy birthday. Happy who that birthday to my boy, Scoop. Good to hear from him. Good to see that, bro. Good work. Devin says, who that Q? Good to see you there, Devin. Paul says, put T.O. and A.J. Klein spot quickly. I keep losing your feed, Big Q. I don't know what's going on with that, Paul. It's not showing any issues. Elite says 49ers have no idea what was about to hit them. Thank you there, Elite. Dallas says we still have better football to play. This ain't even close to our ceiling. That's right, I agree, Dallas. He says playoff Josh Hill might show up. Elite says lurking 49ers fans, we're coming for you. Dada says, gotcha. You have Grant. Okay, 1 grand. Okay, I see the family talking. The Animosity S3 says that's why we're gonna beat them. Like they stole something. Watch all the sports analysts after the game. They're gonna be big-eyed. They're gonna start. They won't give you comeuppance then. That's why I can't stand them old spineless Hollywood plastic people. I keep saying that. They Hollywood spineless plastic people because most of them have to be. The culture promotes spineless and green and yellowback type activities, you know, kiss ass activities. And that's just not what we about. You know, we strong, resilient people that stand strong alone. And when we stand together, we even stronger. It's like a levee. You know, that's what they call us, a levee. And that's what we are. You know, and most of these Hollywood types, they just fake plastic people that just be saying stuff just to be in the crowd. I don't care about being in the crowd. I'm good with my family, but my family ain't gonna ride with me when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not saying this stuff because I'm trying to get in with my family. No, I'm saying this stuff because it's how I feel. And you know I'm saying that's how I feel. I'm not a plastic person. I don't subscribe to that Hollywood nonsense. You know, I'm one of them dudes that think that if you got to go through all that just to get a TV show in Hollywood, maybe you should think about starting your own crap. You know, I just don't understand, man. Let's see. Let me get here. Charles Mayfield says, so sick of the talk of the whiners. Defense, Saints about to get some respect. All the fits. I don't trust the refs, especially this one. Game, 49ers or the NFL. Darling Saints need to win double digits. That's right. Audit, good point. I was going to get to that. Audit beat me to it. And audit, like audit's names, audit the Fed means, research that, you'll find out what that means. But, you know, there's several really good books on the topic, by the way. But the reality of the situation is the 49ers is one obstacle the NFL referees are under. Over the last 11 weeks, you've been penalized more than any other team in the NFL over the last 11 weeks. Why? And how is that? They're not sending the same staff of referees in the building to guard against you. They're sending different staffs of referees into the building to guard against you. Not too many people talk about the refs on this show like I do. They stay away from that. Maybe because they're just not that type of person. But I'm gonna just be honest with you. I tell you how I feel, and I know the referees. And I keep saying it's a universal agenda to keep you out of there because they want the big market teams. Big market teams mean more money in the big game. So, but this is the thing that you gonna let greedy bastards that got billions of dollars in their pockets already control that narrative, or you gonna bring light to it? It stops when you bring light to it. You can't allow that to keep happening or you become an accomplice to it. If you know wrongdoing's happening, something wrong going on, really going wrong, don't you sit your ass there and let it happen. Speak against it. You say, well, damn, Q, if I'm a job and such is doing this and I might end up losing, maybe you're not supposed to be there. Maybe you're supposed to be somewhere better. And far often, too many times, man, we think that, where you are is where you are because that's what you want. And there are other great places for you to be. But I'm saying wherever it is and it's wrongdoing right there, you're not supposed to sit there and let it happen. You're supposed to speak out against it. And we got police officers and stuff that listen to the show. And they know I'm an advocate of that. I don't care if you belong to a brotherhood or not. If you got people up in there and they doing the wrong stuff, get their ass up out of there because they're giving you a bad name. That's the same thing when you got bad players in the locker room. If they got bad players in the locker room, they're messing with the culture, get their ass up out of there. Because one bad apple could taint the whole barrel. That's really true. And that has to be constantly looked upon. Let's see. Kevin says the mass media picking the 49ers, the Saints win, picking the 49ers. I get it. Artist says I don't trust the referees. I don't trust their ass either. I've been documenting that for some time. Okay, family, we got a call coming in. What's up, family? Thank you for calling the Sports Coma. Who I'm speaking with?
What's going on, Q? This Paul, man.
What's up, Paul? How you doing, my brother?
Oh, man, I'm just enjoying this day. It's kind of overcast, but hopefully we can throw an overcast on the 49ers.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, man.
Oh, yes, sir. No doubt about it. Take that tarnish off that 49er goal.
Look, we better. The Saints better. It ain't no more fooling around, man. The schedule's not getting any easier, for one thing, first of all. Mm-hmm. It's not getting any easier. We're not playing the Bengals. We're not playing the Jets. And we're not playing, these little Rudy-Poot bottom-feeder teams. Man, we're playing elite people. And we got to show up. What you think, Q?
I agree with you, bro. I mean, this is Paul. This is the matchup, and I've been saying this for some time now. This is the main matchup that the Saints family have been circled on their calendars for over a month now. We knew we had a collision course with the 49ers. The 49ers been holding that top spot for a while now. For a while, they've been holding it.
That's true.
And now that it has switched because of the losses to the Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens, the Saints are sitting at the number 1 seed. So we, for many slats of the schedule, was chasing this 49er club. We ultimately have gotten the ranking, and we are sitting with listen. And I'm just so happy about all of the great things the Saints were able to, because it's a miraculous season. And I got a little bit. I can see a little further down the road there. I can look down there and see some stuff, and I can tell you that look how everything is unfolding for the black and gold. Look how it's all unfolding. I mean, you have the fact that the Saints locked up the NFC South division before anybody wrapped up the division. They've taken care of business. That's not a distraction. They've had that one loss that should wake them up in the season. That was against the Falcons. That's one that you get one. That was the one that woke them up. They survived several injury scares, including Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Jared Cook, the loss of P.J. Williams. The Sheldon Rankins we thought wasn't going to be a contributor. He came in from day one and started contributing. The defense solidified. So we faced, and then Teron Armstead is missing. Andrews Pete got hurt. And the Saints continue to win games and lock up the NFC South. They hold home field advantage in the palm of their hand right now, and all they have to do is continue the destiny by beating down and knocking down and smacking down the 49ers tomorrow in the Superdome off of a long extended week of rest after the Turkey Day game. They had extra rest. The 49ers had a matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, in which it went down to the wire with them winning the field goal in their building. Now you gonna come here with all that compounded and think you're gonna get a win? We got something to say about it. I keep telling people the destiny is lined for the Saints to win these games, and the Saints just have to take care of business and play their game. There is absolutely no one in the NFL that can play with the Saints when the Saints play their game.
And see, that's the key, Q. They play their game. Now, we know what happened last time the Saints had all that risk come out there, and we saw what happened. Now, somebody need to get some jumper cables and get a boost up here, man, because you can't keep doing this, Q. You just can't.
Well, Paul,
you go out there tomorrow and be flat against the 49ers and see what happens to you. You know, you can't afford to do that. You know. And you know what, Q, we've been saying it, you've been saying it, when you run the ball, two things happen. Breeze is not getting hit, and he's not getting pressured. Go ahead, Q.
Well, I mean, you make some points. Just to be honest with you, Paul, you make great points. But, you know, like I said, I'm looking at the summation of everything that this team has done to this point. This is almost like the LSU-Alabama matchup when we had it circled on the schedule with a red pen circled for the Alabama game. LSU had it circled. They had to take care of business. The same thing with the Saints. It wasn't like this was a surprise. We've been knowing that the 49ers will be sitting there in some capacity and impacting what needs to happen as far as the seedings go in the NFC. We've been knew that. So we prepare. This is what I think. And I'm not a seer. I'm not a seer. I'm not a witch. I don't have a crystal ball hiding around here nowhere. I mean, I'm just going to tell you based upon my instincts and my following the team some 25, 30 something odd years. And
that's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, I'm kind of dating myself here, but I'm gonna be real with you.
That's all right.
I'm gonna be real with you here. I think the Saints will get it done because of the fact that, you know, the lower competition that we've been playing. The Carolina Panthers were not on our level. We kept them around in there because we wanted to get cute with the play calling. Had we run the ball, we would have defeated the Carolina Panthers and put up 40-burger on them. They would probably beat that team in the 40s to 17 or something like that. Remember the stats. Latavius Murray was averaging, he had several carries for 60-something yards, and he was averaging 9.1 yards rushing in that game. You look at Kamara. Wow. Kamara was averaging 5.3 yards rushing the game for whatever reason. Sean Payton wants to start winging the damn thing around. They have the talent to get it done. The key to victory is running the ball. And if you want to throw, you can throw it off the run. I think the Saints don't make the same mistakes against the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they make the same mistakes against the Falcons, who they should have put 40 up on, had Ted Ginn Jr. and Jared Cook caught touchdown passes. We'd have put a 40-burger up on the Falcons too. So what I'm saying is the Saints have everything that it takes. Will they sink in and win this game the way we think they should? You know, most certainly, I definitely think so. I think the Saints could do it. I think they can handle business. I think they can take care of business against this team. I know they'll take business against this team. This is in the dome. This will be a playoff game. They bringing all their pieces. We bringing all their pieces. People saying they the best team in the NFC. We saying we are the best team in the NFC. We sitting up here with champions. Ain't nobody champions. We the NFC South champions. We champions, and we're going to keep doing the damn thing over and over again. And I'm passionate about it. I'm telling you, Cam. I'm telling you, Drew. I'm telling you, Elvin. I'm telling you, Mike Thomas. I'm telling you, all of them passionate because they know this is the game where everybody watching, and this is a statement game for the black and gold family. So most certainly about it, they will not make these uncharacteristic mistakes that they were making against the Falcons or against the Carolina Panthers. This team is up here. The Saints gonna meet them. This is where steel meets steel, head on, big truck against big truck. What's gonna happen here? And I think the Saints gonna come out the victor. Now, knowing that, also the fact that we have to play above the 49ers and we have to play mistake-free football. I keep saying mistake-free football for the obvious reason, because we're dealing with the fact that the referees will be involved in this game. The last couple of games, the referees have been killing us with the penalties. You had 9 penalties in the last game, 12 penalties prior to that, and the teams that we've been playing subpar garbage time teams only getting 3 and 4 penalties in a game, and they playing in your building. How is that even possible? So we have to watch out for the referees. We have to play above the referees like we've been playing for large slots of the season, and we'll be fine.
I agree with you, Q. You know what? I was listening to you earlier. Call Sean Payton out. I'm calling him out.
Run the ball,
I don't
Sean.
want none of that. We don't need no 5 receivers and 2 running backs and all that old crap, man. Say that for the playoffs or something. We don't want no more of that mess right now. Run the ball, play the defense, and get to Garoppolo. That's all we need you to do. You know, because it's really getting pathetic, really. It really is, Q. Because you're running all these gadget plays, and half of them not even producing. You're scoring too quick, and you're putting your defense back out there too much. Go ahead, Q.
I agree with you, Paul. You the man, bro. You saying what needs to be said. Sean Payton need to get out his own damn, get out of the way. Run the ball. The stats are showing you that they're susceptible to the run, Sean Payton. They are susceptible. They give up 116 yards a game on a run, the 49ers defense do. They allow you to run 116 yards a game. Utilize that. They're not good at stopping the run. And the Saints are a brutal running team when they set their mind to Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara, let them run it. Even mix a little Dwayne Washington in there. I mean, brutalize, battle them with the run. Let the offensive line put their hands on that vaunted, celebrated first-round draft pick line that they have and march their ass back like they wearing skates. That's the bottom line. We got to do that.
You know what, Q?
Yes,
you
sir.
know what, Q? Sean Payton like the little kid in class that the teacher say, all right, be still, little Johnny. Don't move. And he doing everything but being still. It's just like Sean Payton getting the game. When he see the running game ain't not breaking 20, 30, 40 yards a pop, he just getting nervous, and he goes, all right, bro, Drew, let's just start chunking it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be patient, man. You just got, and I don't know if it's Sean Payton's age or just he's been in the game so long, he just will not be patient with his running game. But he sees he's not popping no big game, he want to start chunking it the rest of the game. And that will get you beat, Q. That will get you beat.
Yeah.
Because you know if Drew's throwing 30, 40 times a game, Q, you know he's going to throw a pick in there every now and then. You know he's going to get hit, you know. So, hey, why put Drew in that position, you know? Go ahead, Q.
You nailing it, Paul. I mean, you make an interesting point, too. You raise a really great point about keeping his attempts low. You know, we don't need Drew winging the ball 40-plus times in this game. I mean, come on. I mean, when you got the running game, of course, if you establish the running game and you have the balance where you have the 49ers turned around where you don't know whether, you know, you got them where you want them, then I can understand that. Maybe I still don't want to see that. I don't want to see Drew Brees winging the ball 40 times a game. That's why we got the running game. That's why Latavius Murray is here. Why carry 3 running backs on your active roster if you're not going to utilize them like you're supposed to? We're supposed to be running the ball more this year. That's what it's been about. And had we stuck to that identity and run the ball like we were supposed to do, then perhaps most of these games that we were barely beating teams by, we would have beat them like we thought listen, the family, the Sports Coma and Black and Gold family is not crazy. These are some of, I've been saying it for some time now. These are the most intelligent. This is the Saints think tank. That's what we are. We bring ideas to that level. True. And the family members are saying everything right. They're systematically walking lockstep with fundamental football presets or concepts that ultimately take you to victory. They take you to victory. And Sean Payton, it takes discipline. You know, like I said, who rings Sean Payton in when they'll pull his coattail when he's out of bounds? Is it Carmichael? Hell no, it's not Carmichael. Is it Curtis Johnson?
No, that's his offensive coordinator. That means he got a whole lot of faith in his coordinator.
Carmichael, that's not his personality. Carmichael is not going to pull Sean Payton's coattail. That's just not what he is. But only person that can is Drew Brees. Drew is the only one to say, look, Sean, calm your ass down. We need to run the ball more. We don't need to be winging the ball 40 times a game to try to beat teams no more. We don't have to do that anymore. We have Alvin Kamara.
So when he listens to you,
I think he has to.
The older he get like Bill Parcells. Don't want nobody tell him nothing.
He has to listen because this was his ideas. His idea is
It
to
was.
go to get the tapes.
OTAs, he talking about running the ball, and we've been throwing ever since.
That's what I'm saying. I'm only hitting you with what you told me that you was gonna do. I'm not putting words in your mouth. And I agree with him when he said that, because we were saying that before that. Is that you're throwing the ball too much. You don't have the balance you need to run the ball, play defense. Even Bill Cowell said that. Bill Cowell said, run the ball, play defense, and you'll win. That's what he said. The run working, and everybody knows in play action football.
That's why he won the Super Bowl when he was in Pittsburgh. There with the bus. Get on the bus, baby.
One losing season in all those times, which was an 8-8 season, by the way. His concepts work. His principles work. Sean Payton is a brilliant offensive mind, no doubt about it. Brilliant. But the reality is, can you remain disciplined enough to stick to the run when we killing them with the run? And then if you want to throw the pass in there off the run, implement it once the run is established. I have absolutely no problems with that. Once you do that, then it throws the 49ers whole plan into a tizzy. Because when you start dominating the clock, you keep their defense out there, their offense on the field. They can't get any camaraderie, any rhythm, and it makes a long day for the 49ers. Plus the fact that the fans will be in the building, yelling from the top of their lungs, making it extremely difficult. It has to be. This a playoff game. So
it really is. It feels like that, Q.
It is. It's a playoff game. And like I said, we'll see this team, if they really who they say they are. This will be a preview matchup of what you're going to see in the playoffs. Because if the 49ers for real, you're going to see them again in the playoffs, if they for real. But in reality, this is a playoff matchup. The Saints will come to play this game. I promise you that. Sean Payton will not get out of bounds with all that foolish throwing all the time. He's going to establish the run, and we're going to do what we got to do. Now, how does that look with Zach Lyon out of the way? You're going to have to get a little bit more creative there, because Zach is not playing in this game. Possibly Teron Armstead could be out. So what do you do then? How do you implement that then? That might be something that Sean Payton, you're going to have to look at it, because Will Clapp, who is a guy that might be looking at, might not be in this game as well. But they did bring in a Michael Ola. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can implement it, and even if you got to add a 6 offensive lineman out there to run the ball, man, listen, it can be done.
That's creative, too. That's creative.
I'm telling you.
Tight end is, let it block.
That's all your tight end is. That's all the tight end is a mobile lineman. That's all he is. That's what the tight end was designed. Look it up. The tight end was an offensive lineman who was mobile. If you go back in the day, most of the old tight ends, they were big guys. They look like offensive linemen. It's only nowadays as the position evolved into what it is when you have the Tony Gonzalez's of the world and all these other great tight ends that made a name for themselves, former basketball players and stuff. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Dicker with his stuff and several other really good ones too. All that. Yeah. Right. Right. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Man. So, it is what it is, Paul, but I still got my Saints in this one.
You, but what about the rest of the team? You know, they're going to fire. What's the rest of the team will have to be on fire?
They're going to be, Paul, trust me, they're going to be fired up like we are. They're going to be fired up like the rest of the family know, because we've been waiting on this one. We've been waiting on you. We've been waiting on you 49ers, talking about y'all the top team in the game. Now, I hear you. But at the end of the day, that's why they play these games. Anybody can look on the paper and say we look good, match up on the paperwork. Now it's time for us to settle it on the field, in the dome. That is a tough environment to bring a young team in, talking about they're going to get a win against the black and gold. Watch out.
That's another cue. That's another thing, Q. Sean Payton can't get out coached by Shanahan. We just can't have that happen.
Oh, that won't happen. That won't happen.
We just can't.
That won't happen.
You know.
That won't happen. This is a juggernaut, Paul. This is a juggernaut. The Saints, this is a juggernaut. Kyle Shanahan and all that they've been doing a good job out there. Don't get me wrong. But the Saints defense is the reason why this won't happen. The offense will do their jobs, but the defense will come and they will put pressure on Garoppolo and fold him like a lawn chair. Bottom line, they're going to fold him like that picnic table that you put out, that you take up with the picnic.
We respect that against Atlanta, and we saw what happened too, Q. But so you got to watch it.
It's a different effect, though. You had they mismatch. They went against Atlanta, and understand the mindset of losing that game to Atlanta. You know, coming off a break and just taking an opponent that you've been dominating recently. just dominating and just strictly coming out and just disrespectingly looking past them. That's what that game was. That's what it is. Now, against those other teams, the Saints could have rightly dominated both Carolina and Atlanta in the next week's games. It was philosophy and play calling, which ultimately led the games to be as close as what they are. Now, the Atlanta game was the fact that two Saints, Jared Cook and Ted Ginn Jr. dropped touchdown passes that could put forth that would have made that a 40 burger. It could have been the same effect with Carolina had he not shifted the game plan. So what I'm saying is the Saints have everything that they're supposed to have. And all these little mismatches and all these little unproductive machinations, all these little things will disappear because you know that you're going against a top quality foe. And you're not going to come up in there playing like you did against a 3-9 team. They're more professional than that. And that's why I rest that with it.
You know what, Q? We need about 50,000 Saints fans with that slap the referee shirt on. That's really rock them up. Goodell will probably have a fit. We got to get them out of here. We can't show it on TV. Block that out.
Well, Paul, I try to get the family members. A lot of the family members bought the shirt, but there's several shirts that we have. There's the dad slap shirt, the second version shirt. It's two different dad slap shirts. The second one has your boy on there slapping the referee so hard all the mic come out his ear. That's a real popular one. They love it, Paul. I go out and they love it. They smile at it. They laugh at it. Some of them take pictures of it with their phone and say, "Man, I like that." Then
that's a great conversation piece. Yeah.
And then the other one was we just released it before Thanksgiving, which was the Ref You Suck shirt. That was another one that was reason. That one did pretty good as well. Refs, you suck. And there's Go Saints on there too. It was a really nice idea. The family came up with it, and they just been coming up with some real great ideas on it.
The referee suck shirt that need to go all over the league, man. Roger Goodell have a fit, boy.
Then don't forget the Chump shirt. The Chump Missioner shirt. We got the Chump Missioner shirt as well. So
he might resign in agony. But yeah, Q, man. I like I said, I'm a Hugh that through and through. But like I said, I try to be realistic, and the Saints got to do this. They don't need to let themselves down. Not so much the fans. They don't need to let themselves down. Because like I said, you still got Tennessee, you still got the Colts and all that. So it's not over yet. You know,
right.
It's really not over yet.
Right.
And we just gonna have to Sean Payton just gonna have to just sit on his hand and just let the ball run the ball and just take your time and cut all that gadget and all that trickery out, because it's really not working like it used to, you know.
Right. Well, we're gonna work it out. I think this is the game where they're gonna turn it up. So I wouldn't be concerned with that aspect of it. Paul, we'll be fine, man. This is the game where you're gonna see some sports. Trust on that. This is a big one here.
That's what we expect, because if it go the other way, you know, we gonna voice our opinion on that, especially you.
Oh yeah.
Let them go out there and flub.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm gonna let them live. You know how I am. I'm gonna let them have it with both barrels blazing. I'm gonna let them have it.
There you go, Steve. That's how you got to do. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. I love you, fam. Y'all take it easy now.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you. Who that to you, fam?
All right, now.
That's Paul, man, the historian, the sports coma historian. Paul spreading some information to the family, man. And man, we're gonna take care of business as usual here this time around. This is a big one, man. We ain't gonna come with no Atlanta Falcon Carolina effort, you know. And if they do, they need to get them up out of here. If Ted Ginn start dropping passes in this 49er game, you get his ass up out of here ASAP. If you're dropping them in the playoff environment like this, you don't really want to play. You don't really want to be here, and I don't want you here. It's time to get him out of here. So let's see. He need to step up and play some sport, play some games. Verlin says, "Who that, Paul?" We are number 7, I believe, sir. Okay, Dada says, "I feel you." May have to tell them. Okay, NOS, who that to you, NOS? I see you, baby. He says, "No doubt we face so much adversity this year." Thank you, NOS. Kevin says, "This game will be hyped." That's right. Swept Man says, "Who that? Who that to you, Swept Man?" as well. We get another call. Here we go. What up, family? Thank you for calling the Sports Coma. Who am I speaking with?
Sorry to the Ice Man.
What up, Ice Man? What's good, baby?
Hey man, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I'm anticipating a win tomorrow. Now, man.
Say, bro.
I'm watching. I'm gonna, hope that I know that the LSU Tigers are gonna win today.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna root for them today. and then I'm going to root for my Saints to beat them 49ers tomorrow or the 40-winers tomorrow. Either way, whatever you want to say. I just wanted to call and make a couple football points real quick, man.
Sure. What you got, bro?
I typed it up in the chat. I told them I've been saying this all week and pretty much all season. We have the coaching and we have the talent. No excuses. None. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember watching one of your live streams maybe last week, and I think it was the one after maybe 2 weeks ago, and you were saying that you know, the Saints, like, they have to do better. They can't be playing like how they played in Carolina and against the Falcons on Thanksgiving and stuff.
Right.
So I basically wanted to piggyback off that and just put it out there and just, you know, listen, man. As a Saints fan, I've been a Saints fan as long as I can remember. It is Super Bowl or nothing for this team. Like, nothing else will do. It's I'm done with the regular season. We won this division 3 years in a row. There's nothing to talk about with this division. You know what I'm saying? I understand that the Falcons got a game and stuff like that, but everything else was back to your regular scheduled programming. I mean, we won this division 3 times in a row. Unless it's about the playoffs, there's no conversation with this team. They have the talent. They have the coaches. They have the experience. They've been through too much heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? It's time, man. I've been real patient just because I learned that you have to be patient with this game of football because it's a game of highs and lows.
Right.
And I was patient with them. I was patient with them with the Beastquake. I was patient with them when we lost to the 49ers in the playoffs. I was patient with them, you know what I'm saying, with the Minnesota Miracle. Right. I was patient with the Rams game. I you know what I'm saying? Even though that wasn't their fault, but I was patient with them. It is time, man. It's time. This is the game that's going to let us know, are the Saints real, man? That's the question that everybody wants. That's why we're anticipating this game. That's why everyone is getting up for this game, because they're good and we're good. So we're going to see who's the top dog in the NFC. That's pretty much what this game is going to decide. Is the Saints pretenders or are we Super Bowl contenders? And I think we're contenders, and I think we're going to get this game tomorrow.
Well, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with everything you said, man. This is, I think we pretenders. I think they're pretenders. We're contenders. I'm going to just say that. We are the contenders. They are the pretenders. And, of course, you won't know who's who until they meet and hash it out and get it over with. Now,
exactly.
So, but the reality at the end of the day, when I'm looking at Iceman, is the fact that we can match up all the prior experiences that we had between the Niners and the games that they have versus what the Saints have done. And only thing I can say is about adversity. The adversity that the Saints had to overcome to get to this point. I mean, all of the injuries and everything. Despite losing Drew, I have to keep going back to that point. Losing Drew Brees for all the time we lost him, and the Saints went undefeated during that stretch. And not only did you lose Drew, but you lose Alvin, you lose Jarrett, you lose PJ. You know, and then you continue to lose people. You got Kiko Alonso out. You have AJ down. You have Taron Armstead out. You have Andrews Pete out. You continue to lose people, but you continue to win. The adversity, the obstacles are not enough to stop you. Now, that was stopped other teams some time ago. The Saints are doing everything they supposed to do and are winning. Now, these losses, the Falcons loss, I covered that with Paul. That was one of those losses that they just overlooked that team after dominating them for so long. The way they should have beat the Carolina Panthers, they should have beat the Carolina Panthers a lot better than that, but that was still on the Saints. You look at the Falcons game, the last Falcons game, they should have beat the Falcons, put 40 up on them, 2 drop touchdowns, once against Saints. Not to mention all of the calls that the referees have been pinning on us is just utterly ridiculous. So you're beating the teams, you're beating the referees, and you sit on top of the NFC. I mean, this is no fluke. This is no fluke, but 2 contenders got to meet sooner or later, and we got to hash it out. And I just go to the experience of the last 2 years, the fact that the Saints have went through the Minnesota Miracle, the debacle in the Dome. There is still many remnants of those 2 years on this team that are pissed off about that, and it's time for them to take it out on people that's standing in their way. The 49ers are the first of many that's going down, family. And all these people out here picking the 49ers to come in the Superdome and beat the Saints in front of the black and gold family. And after having a short week of action, playing a tough team, and you think we gonna wilt, and we don't, and we too foolish or incoherent to understand what's at stake here, and the fact that you have the game in your building and you pick them to beat us here. You out of your goddamn mind. And we're going to prove it to you that you need to be committed. When you pick the 49ers to beat the Saints in their building after they just came off a tough loss to the Baltimore Ravens. In Baltimore, on the road, and the Saints have extra time to get ready for your ass. They've been rested and ready for you. And plus, they're strong where you're weak at. The Saints can run the ball, but you can't run it on them. The Saints will stop you from running the ball and one-dimensionalize you while putting pressure on Garoppolo. We could do that. Can they do that? I hear all of them trying to push him. I hear the PR machine. I hear all with Fox and all of them trying to do. They had that little article that Pam Oliver did last week when she went up there and talked to him, and they had all of them lined up. And then he was like, "Yeah, Joey Bosa, whatever his name is, Nick Bosa, whoever he is, one of the Bosa guys." And then you had the other guys up. Raise your hand if you're a first-round draft pick. You got 4 or 5 first-round draft picks. That don't mean a hill of beans. We got first-round draft picks too. We got our defensive line full of first-round draft picks. Look at our defensive line. All of them first-round draft picks, including Malcolm Brown that came here from the Patriots. He was a first-round draft pick out of Texas when the Patriots got him, and the owner of 2 Super Bowls. So you ain't saying nothing, man. The Super Bowl comes through New Orleans, Jack. And they better understand that it don't go through California with the 49ers. It comes through New Orleans. We're going to take it. We're going to step on you, and we're going to keep on pushing you out. Like I said, this time around, it's the New Orleans Saints. And there's nothing that NFL cheating-ass juggernaut referees and Goodell could do to stop us. That's my point.
Man, how they say, I'm co-signing that, man. I'm co-signing that right there, man. But I do want to say one thing, and you touched on it, man. I can't trust these referees, man. I cannot trust them, man. Right. It's a shame, man, for them to just be. It's just blatantly obvious now, man. It just seems like there's no consideration. They just call them whatever they want to call. Mm-hmm. It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic.
Yes, it is.
And as I continue to call into your live streams, you will, begin to know that I'm a person that loves talking a little controversy. So I'm going to end my call on some controversy.
Let's go.
If Christian McCaffrey resets the running back market, do you think we'll be able to pay Alvin Kamara when it comes time for him to have his contract done?
We definitely going to be able to.
I'm out.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Ice Man. We definitely going to be able to pay him whatever he gonna ask for, we gonna pay him. Ain't no doubt about it. And McCaffrey will set that market because of what he brings. He's a player that does a multitude of different things. Him and Alvin Kamara are very close, even though McCaffrey really been balling a little bit more than Kamara because of the injuries that slowed his season. But yes, but definitely Kamara, they're gonna pay Alvin Kamara as well as Marshawn Lattimore. They have to. They're not going to let him up out of here. So, no, I don't think that's a controversy, bro. I think that's going to happen. No doubt about it. That don't require no thought from me. Notice I came out right on now. That ain't take nothing. You got another one of those controversial ones? That was a pretty easy one for me, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm over here trying to stir the pot, man. Hey, man. Hey, man, shout out to the family, man. Who that?
Thank you, Ice, man. Appreciate you. Great call, brother. Be safe out there, fam.
All right, man. Who that?
That's Ice Man, man. Good to hear from the brother. Ice Man. Good to hear from Paul and Ice Man. Live lines open, family. As we go back to the chat, man. I'll tell you, I'm fired up, man. You should be too. All this stuff about the Saints losing to the 49ers. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? They're going to come up in the Superdome and take it from you? You believe that? Can you believe? These people are insane. They are out of their minds to think such a thing. You're going to come into the Superdome and take on a team that's not, you got to catch us slipping to win. Atlanta, it's like we overestimated Atlanta. Atlanta was a bum junk team. They snuck a win up out of there. You know, at the end of the day,
You talking about Atlanta garbage ass?
we watching the 49ers, man. We've been watching the 49ers for a whole month. They ain't gonna slip in. I'm sorry, fam. I'm going off here. Thank you for calling, brother. Who am I talking with?
Yo, man, it's Drew goddamn Breezer, man. It's Tyrese, man. What's good?
What's happening, T? What's good with you, baby?
Not much, man. Just love hearing that Atlanta rant.
Man, it's more of the same, brother. It's what it is, man. It's just I'm just really thrilled by the fact that you have people that actually now I'm not talking about the San Francisco 49ers fans. They supposed to think that they can beat anybody. I'm fine with that because that's my mindset as far as the Saints are concerned. But for the experts that label want to put on the hat of expert and say that they know football above a regular fan, I will challenge you because you're saying that you looked at all of the indicators that show that the 49ers are going to beat the Saints in the building and the Saints looking at them saying, we know who you are, while they rubbing their hands like the bird, man, look and say, come on, baby, let's get this win. I mean, come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. What you say about that, fam? What's going on?
I pay no attention to it, man. Every season since 2016, we were a juggernaut. You know, ready to take the NFC by storm. I mean, we still got a couple more years in the tank to make more Super Bowl runs. So when I hear these so-called analytics about the New Orleans Saints, I just push them to the side. I'm like pissed off with it because it's foolish. I mean, we're gonna win the NFC South by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Falcons ain't got it. They never will when they have Matt Ryan as quarterback. That guy's a choke artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he don't even deserve that name, Matty Ice.
Right.
Well, he does because he freezes up in the big moments.
Right.
You know, Crab Leg Winston, famous Jameis, that guy's going to throw 200 interceptions and throw like 2,000 yards, but he's going to constantly turn the ball over. Cam Newton's pretty much about to leave the Panthers, in my opinion. And you got this guy, Kyle Allen. He ain't going to do nothing. So the NFC South is ours by right. You know, that's going to be ours for years to come. The NFC is a different thing because you got these teams constantly rising and falling besides the Saints. So, you know, the number 1 seed and the number 2 is going to be ours automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Really, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that's the way I see about it. Do or die. And I don't think we are Super Bowl or bust team. Because you could have said that in 2017. You know, honestly, this should have been our 4th Super Bowl we've been working on, but we can say that for the future, though. This just to be the 2nd one.
Yeah, you said. I mean, I'm tell you something. A lot of people say they're looking at the future of the NFC and saying that the Saints are on the way out. I said that's not true. I mean, you look at what we are and what we bring to the fore. You talking Jeff Ireland here. Jeff Ireland will make sure we have everything in place to compete for the next 10 to 20 years. I mean, once we get certain players under contract, and of course we know we're looking at the 5, we handle everything in increments of 5 years, as per Cam Jordan's contract, per Mike Thomas and all this kind of stuff. You notice Sean Payton's contract 5 years, 5-year increments is what we're doing. We got Jeff Ireland, secure Jeff Ireland, keep him in as an executive as well, because he's doing a spectacular and awesome job making these draft picks, put this team together. Like I said, man, the Saints have dominated. They've looked past. They just messing over the NFC South. Eventually, NFC South competition will get good again because they'll be shooting at the Saints, knowing that that's the standard. But like I said before, the previous off season, before this season started, is that the Saints were head and shoulders above everybody in the NFC South. I said that then before they even played the game, because I understood the factors involved, that the fact that the mindset of their teams wasn't like our mindset, meaning that you have to go through something to get somewhere. You have to go through something. And if you're a resilient person and you had trials and tribulations and errors and things that came against you in an attempt to slow you or stop you, if you're a resilient person, those things will just form as temporary annoyances. It'll ultimately shape your character. It'll ultimately force you to take it up a level, because usually when you meet an obstruction or you go through something, you got to ratchet up You got to ratchet up that energy level. You got to ratchet it up and go up to the next level to get through that obstacle, to get over that hurdle. That's what it is. And and I'm looking at these teams and I'm saying, y'all don't have such events. The Saints have been systematically targeted by the NFL, the juggernaut, for over the last couple of years. The referees are before you calling calls against the Saints that you haven't seen called against nobody else. Hands to the face penalties 4 times in one game was absolutely incredible. Even the damn commentator said that. He said, I've never seen a game where they call so many hands to the face. I'll say, well, welcome to New Orleans, man. We used to getting this type of behavior from the referees, which are nothing but mindless drones for Goodell, who's trying to slow the Saints down because of the big market money, and the fact that he's a drone for the big people. At the end of the day, we beating juggernaut after juggernaut, and just because your ass a juggernaut don't mean you can't get your ass handed to you, because there's always somebody bigger and faster or better yet. You don't even have to be big or faster. He could be smaller and still whip your ass. At the end of the day, the Saints are a team that you don't play with like that because of the spiritual connotations involved around choosing the name of Saint. Like I said before, if you want to play with somebody, go play with one of those bird teams. Go play with the Seahawks. Go play with the Falcons. Go play with the Eagles. Go play with the Cowboys. Go play with the Raiders. Go play with them, but don't play with the Saints because you're going to get your issue. You're going to get your ass exposed. Don't play with us like that. Get out the way and call these games like they're supposed to be called, and we won't have a problem.
Right.
But what else you got to add there, Tyrese? What else you got, baby?
Shit, man, you right about that, man. NFL wrestling, people forget, NFL is entertainment. Yeah. So the outcome can be changed by the NFL too.
Yeah, well, you make a point on that, man. And there have been other people talked about that same motion about the fact that the NFL, and I've made that statement on several cases, that the NFL has lost its way. It has become an entertainment league as opposed to football has become a sideshow, and that's a shame.
Right.
So it's up to us to bring that back, because they don't control nothing. That's you controlling it. If you don't like what they're doing, only thing you have to do, turn the TV off or don't buy their junk. That's all. You stop all that. Right. See, that's the big old. That's the thing. I keep going over that, man. Because if you got a star or somebody that's on the team and he thinking it's all about them and they listening, let me get you together, partner. Let me get you together. Without the people supporting you, without feeding you their energy and their money, you will surely die. It's the same thing with any platform, a public platform that is getting support from the people. If you do not treat the people in a way that is positive and square business, you stand a risk of losing the blood of your organization, which means you most surely will die. Understand that. But since when you got people that have been sitting, these people, this group is 100 years old. It's 100. They're telling you we're 100 years old. We've been foolishly doing rotten shit for 100 years. So we're 100 years old. But listen, let me tell you something. You could do all that then, but nowadays people are a lot smarter than what in terms of knowing what's going on. Most of the times people will go through this stuff, but every event will wake your eyes up to what's going on. And it's the same with the NFL. They got greedy people at the top that think they're going to always be making money. No, you're not, Jack. If you start doing stuff against the fam, against the people, we will shut you down, because you are nothing without the people. And that's what that's what it is. And the ones that understand that model, they'll have tremendous amount of success. Treat the people right. But if you come up in here trying to connive and scheme and try to do something rotten to the people, you're going to get your issue. Bottom line. You will get your issue. So don't play with us with these referees. Don't send them up in here. And it's a word to you. I'm telling you, don't send them in here trying to play games with us down here. I'm telling you, don't send them in here with that. Because every time you do something rotten, we're going to expose you, and we're going to keep exposing you. And sooner or later, you're going to get found out, and then you're going to get your ass handed to you. Bottom line, don't play no games with us. Call these games fair like you're supposed to call these games fair. If you're going to call hands to the face, call it on them. You're going to call call it on them. Because I can pull up the tape and show you that a dozen times, at least a dozen, where the referees blindly missed holding plays against the opposing team in the offensive lineman tackling the defenders to the ground, holding them. But then the referee looking right at it and don't throw no flag. But you do one little thing and it's a flag. And it's so blatantly that you get 9 and 10 calls against you versus the other a team gets 3 or 4 of them. How does that work? How do you look at that? Mean you looking at them to make a mistake to call them? Why not even? Oh, they ain't make that many mistakes this game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And that's why I keep saying, but Sean Payton is in that thing. He up in there. So he ain't going to be criticizing. I ain't up in there. I don't want to be up in there because I can't call it the way if I was up in there. He know if he called it like that, they could take his money back. They could do stuff to him, all that kind of stuff. You can't do me nothing, asshole. I'm up here. I'm going to talk my talk to the family because truth is truth. At the end of the day, independence is the only way to be. And I don't want to be part of nothing that's evil and corrupt like that anyway. Play it straight, man. Play it fair. Don't come up here trying to rob us or take from us, man. You can't take from us what's us. What is ours that belong to us. And we continue. See, let me tell you something, man. This is the age old. This follows sports. It goes into real world, real life, everything. They got people out there, they want it to go their way. But let me tell you something. It's not up to them. It's up to you. It's up to you. If you believe what they say, then you're a fool because you supposed to walk with your own mind through this here thing. And what we think, whatever we want for ourselves, it will be for ourselves, not for what somebody else wants for you. That's how it's supposed to go. That's the knowledge of this thing. That's the game behind the game. Behind the numbers, behind the schematics, behind everything else. It's a spiritual and mental component that's beyond football. That's a part of this thing. And I made sure that I always led out here because that is the game behind the game that controls the game. It's not just that. Before I have a football team, like I showed y'all back in previous shows about Sean Payton doing voodoo rituals in the dome, hiring the voodoo priestess to go up in the dome. Why does Sean Payton do that if you don't think there's some type of spiritual component to that can help pull off the lure of losing? Having mock festivals, funeral processions, burying the old saints. Why would he do that? Huh? Why? Why? It's a game behind the game because you know, I'm telling you, it's people. But for their football players, they are people. And they come with certain mindsets and principles from wherever they come from. This ain't the first coach that they had. Some of them had a half a dozen coaches. They played in playground leagues, up to college leagues, up into football, and they might have 3 or 4 teams they came from before they got you. So you have to get here psychologically with them and reach them at a point. And everybody's different. So I'm just merely stating that to have a winning team that plays together like this is a very unique and difficult thing to do. It is something that can't be duplicated as easily. And Sean Payton has that psychological and spiritual component in this team. I'm telling you, that's the game behind the game. That's what I calls it, the game behind the game. Anytime you know you got to play above the officials' whistles, when the most of them not worried about the officials, that speaks a lot, brother.
Yeah. You look at you nailing every point on the head.
Well, Tyrese, bro, I appreciate you calling, my fam. You got any more points you want to make, bro, before we move on and hit up the chat, the rest of them?
That's just right now. You on the road, so I don't want to push the train off of there.
Well, I appreciate you for calling, Tyrese. Have a good one, brother. Be safe out there. And who that to you, baby? Who that?
Oh, yeah. Who that?
That's Tyrese, man. Good to hear from the brother. Paul Ice, man. Tyrese, man, I'm sorry to go all family, but you know how I feel about this here thing, man. You know, y'all know how I feel about this, man. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. Tyrone Jones, who that to you, Tyrone? He says Saints got to run the ball control. Thank you, Tyrone. I agree. Run the damn ball. Elite Goods. Sub to NOS if already. Okay, NOS. Okay. Swept man, who that to you? JT Hey Q, I says the first Saints will hang 40 points on Frisco. I'm not surprised if they do, because it's something that we not expecting gonna happen, and it's gonna shock a lot of people. This is a shock your ass game, I'm telling you. Watch what happens. A lot of people think it's going to be a difficult game. The 49ers played a really tough matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Really physical game in the rain. And the Saints had that extra rest. You think they're ready for that kind of physicality against the Saints again? Against Baltimore? You don't think Baltimore took some steam out of them? They're not capitulating this stuff. I just don't understand with these experts. What are you looking at? Well, they 49ers. Are you crazy? The Saints are the Saints. We will whoop. I ain't gonna even go there, man. You just gonna have to see. NOS says facts. Latavius had huge games during Kamara's injuries. Don't know why we've let that go. Thank you, NOS. Appreciate you, fam. Devin says exactly. NOS says 2 Pro Bowl caliber backs. If used, they aren't used. Don't get it. I said the same thing, family. I said the same damn thing. You got these guys and you won't use them. That's on your coach. Because I can't force Sean Payton to force him to give us an opportunity to put the guy out there. Remember the last time they had a running back that was trying to force Sean Payton to give him some opportunity to run the ball? That was Adrian Peterson, and that didn't work out too well. What's up, fam? Thank you for calling the Sports Call. Who am I speaking with?
What's going on, Big Baby Q? This Kyle Davis.
What up, Kyle? How you doing, my brother?
Man, you on the road with this. I was just telling my brother I listen in to you every week. Or you on 1,000 with this here.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. What's on your mind, Kyle?
Nothing much. I'm just here to spread a little love. I'm going to keep you on your train because you nailing all the points with this one here.
Bro, Kyle, I'm flabbergasted at the foolishness of how could people. They might not be looking at. That's what it is. I'm gonna just give it to them and say they forgot the indicators. You can't. This I gotta slow myself down, brother. I gotta slow it down.
Take a minute. I already know. I feel it. I
gotta take a minute, baby, because I'm telling you, baby.
There you go.
Tell you, baby.
Yes, sir.
I gotta take a minute, baby. I'm gonna tell you, baby. I don't understand, baby.
Yes,
I don't get it, baby. I don't get it, baby. I don't understand,
get it
baby.
either.
I had to say baby 3 times in a row. I don't usually do that, baby. I'll flabbergasted, baby. Baby, I don't get it, baby. I don't get it. Baby, they wrong. Baby, they wrong. Baby, they wrong, baby.
They wrong.
They wrong, baby. How they gonna do it, baby? How you gonna say the Saints, baby? How you say the Saints, baby, gonna lose to the 49ers, baby? After the 49ers had all that stuff, the Baltimore Ravens took it out of them, baby. And they gonna come here to the black and gold building, baby, and try to get a win out of us here, baby. No, baby, you got it wrong, baby. You got it wrong. Got it wrong, baby.
You got it all the way wrong. And for them analysts that think they know it all, they've been having it wrong about us. I don't understand where they get their points from. I know it's to just get everybody hype, but that's them. That's not us. We don't get hype from what they say.
That's right.
We know what's real and we know what's right. And what they saying, all these statistics and all that, man, we live down here. Y'all don't. We see this in and out. So you keep that. I'm pretty sure it's for ratings and all that, but still, all in all, we about to do the damn thing. We about to go in there in the Voodoo Dome and take control. That's it.
Well, hey Kyle, man, you know you always come on the show. You have great points all the time, brother. You be hitting on all of them. And I remember the hour on the Thanksgiving show, you came in with the pie analogy.
Yeah. You know what? Q, actually, that's just creative. That's the creativeness flowing from you to me.
No,
because I'll listen to you and see how creative. Nah. I'm telling you, Q, how creative you be with, Reverend Saint and all these analogies and all that. That's just, bouncing that off of you, really, honestly. So
thank you, Kyle, bro. I mean, I appreciate your family for the support and all of the great words, bro. But that's what I say, bro. When it comes down to it, man, when we looking at this matchup here, and I say to myself, I said, number one, I said, and I kind of simplify, I said, well, who have the better line? Who have the better line here? And don't get me wrong, we look defensively at the 49ers line. They have a young, up-and-coming line. They are young, up-and-coming. We arrived here. You have a veteran core. You have Cam Jordan, what 13 and a half sacks on the season. You got Davenport, who's showing up big on his end. You have Sheldon Rankins, who's a stud already. Malcolm Brown, who's arrived already. And you got all that depth behind him. So we're gonna talk about line. We got to also mention not just potentiality, but also experience and what they have accomplished. This line been playing well like this all season long. And last year, prior to us getting Malcolm Brown, he just took it up, ratcheted up the overall potential of the line even further. So I would have to give it to the Saints line. They talk about first-round draft picks. Guess what? We got all those guys on the Saints defensive, the front four are first-round draft picks. So you ain't saying nothing with that goddamn first-round draft pick crap with Bosa and Armstead and all that nonsense. We got first-round draft picks too. Right. So come again with something else. And the defense overall, listen, they have a fantastic young flying defense. One of the linebackers, they got some really good linebackers that they even talking about. The linebackers, in my opinion, are playing lights out football. And then, of course, the secondary, Richard Sherman, all them other dudes. The Saints to me. And I'm not saying it's just because I'm a Saints man. I look at them people team and looked at I'm saying the Saints right now to me, with all of the experience and the fact that they have been through some hellish conditions over the last couple of years, have held together and consistently win games, I got to give it to the Saints. Then you go to the offensive side of it, despite the fact that we missing Armstead and Andrews Pete, what do? We continue to win games, and then they're throwing the ball more than than running the ball. They're passing more than running when they should be running more than passing, but they're still winning. So they're just defying logic all over the place. And it's an interesting phenomenon that's occurring with the Saints team. So when you talk Saints versus everybody else, there is something unique and special going on with the energy of this team. And I'm saying it's a future perspective, because it's lining up. They knew it when they named the Miami as the Super Bowl site this year, that the Saints said, you know what, it was an energy already in there. Despite 2 years of falling short on their face, that we lining up and we got our first Super Bowl in Miami, and we going back this year. That energy was already in the place. The schedule makers thought they was trying to hurt us by putting all that heavy steam up front on the schedule. What would we do? We just marched down it, tore them up, come off the break. We had injuries, still shook back from that. You sit up here 10-2 with all that. I can go down a whole laundry list of stuff that happened to the black and gold. They sit up there 10-2. Same stuff happened to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Same stuff happened to other people. They lost Roethlisberger the same time we lost Breeze. And they fell through the flow. And they 7-6 or some crap like that. Despite the fact that the same people meet with the same things that happen to you, what happens? You continue to win regardless of what you come up against. Now, you will have a shortcoming. The Atlanta and the Rams game, which you can go back and look at the Rams game. The Saints had a chance to win that game, had several miscues occurred with that, which was opposed by them. They were shutting Aaron down out. The only thing he had was a tackle in that game, and he came through and smacked Drew on his hand that got him out the game. They could have really won that game as well, and should have won. The Falcons lost as that game as well. They just totally underestimated the team. They have not been blown out in any of these contests. They have not. The games that they lost, they should have won. They were in, and the games that they won, several of them, they should have beat them by a lot more. But it's a learning process. What happens in the final month of the season? Do you learn anything from the past couple of months of how you won games? What did you learn in the 10-2? Did you learn how to be a better team going into the playoffs? Because that's the idea, the mentality. It's supposed to be, you are supposed to be improving upon yourself on a week-to-week basis. You're supposed to be eliminating miscues. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kyle. I meant to
hit it. Oh, nah, big dog. Nah, big dog. You running with it. I'm here for it. You running with it, man. All them points you just came across, hitting it right dead square on the nail. You can't take away their defensive line. You can't take away Richard Sherman's unique ability to read the wide receivers, and he was a wide receiver. That I think you said that last week. So you can't take away their ability to stop the run and all that. But that's a big but. We done been through so much. And I can't see it going no other way. I really can't.
I'm keeping it real, bro, and I agree with you. I think the bottom line is like I said, it's simple. It's not hard. This game is in your building. This is in the dome. It's in the Superdome. This ain't in San Francisco. They coming in here off, taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who took some steam out of them. You trust and believe that. The Saints have extra time to prepare for this team. They've been looking at the 49ers for a month now. They know what's at stake, even though we sitting up with it. Either it was going to be the one way or the other. Either we would have to take it from them, or they would have to take it from us. Either way, we would have to deal with this team in the regular season, and we've been watching you. So I expect the Saints to come out and play their most complete game to date. That's what I expect.
True that.
Why? Because of the competition. The competition demands it. And to put on anything less than a complete game will be a disgrace to the fan base.
That's crazy. That the competition demands it, man. That is too true. That is too true. I think the Niners is going to bring out the best in us in this game. I honestly believe out of all games we've played, with or without Breeze, I think this is the game that's going to be our best game from here. So I already know. I got the feeling, man. I got that feeling. It's going down. I got my, like I said in the chat, I got my Crescent City on. Got my Crescent City on. It's going down, man. Hey, man, what's that restaurant down there? That Who That Wings?
We that.
Yeah, I gotta get there. I gotta get there. Holla at Till, man.
Hey, Till,
I gotta get there.
Till in the building. He in the building, Kyle. Till,
yeah.
Kyle coming down to We That's, brother. He got 3 locations, bro. I don't know in the city. Kyle, he got one in Gentilly, and just put it in your phone in the search section. Put We That Chicken and Shrimp, and it'll pull up the brother. He got 3 locations. Brother, he got the best chicken in the city. Is at We That Wings, brother. Give him some support, brother. Really good. Get that. You know what?
Man.
The ranch fries. Try the ranch fries, bro. When you get chicken,
the ranch fries,
get the ranch fries, bro. The brother, they off the chain. Matter of fact, I got a little extra time. I'm going down to We That Wings probably sometimes next week, or I got a little extra time to go down there because my boys been asking me about it. So like, we want to go to We That. So we go in there, we go to Gentile, we sit down. I'll take my pops with me. We go there, we sit down there, we eat We That Wings, and big up to my dog Till and the family. But We That Wing, we That Chicken and Wings, brother. It's the official chicken of the Sports Corner.
Man, I don't know what that is, man. It's Till joint, man. I gotta get on the phone and let Q know I'm going out there in the city and see what's going on with them We That.
Yeah. Try them out, Kyle. It's pretty good, bro, man. The best chicken, man. Really good chicken, man. Good prices too. Check them out, brother.
Yeah, but I actually want to save the shirt for tomorrow, but I'm gonna be wearing my jersey.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just stun it out today, and next time I come to the Dome, definitely will bring 2 shirts from the collection. I'm trying to put that on TV, let them boys see it, put it in their face.
That's right. That's what's up, Kyle. I appreciate you for repping, bro. Like I said, bro, when you get to the game, take a picture, bro.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah, and repped out at the game, bro. Send it to us, bro. It's the PRO Media Network at gmail.com. The PRO Media Network at gmail.com. And that goes out to all the family members repped out in their gear. Let us see. Send out, take a picture in your gear, and we'll put it up on our community section of the page so the entire family can see you all repped out. So, check it out, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. I got you. But, give a shout out to all the fam, Paul, School, everybody, Adrian, everybody. But it ain't no doubt, we coming in this game with no doubt. It shouldn't be doubt. I know Mr. Paul, the historian. I know he has seen it all, and, he kind of got a knack for seeing the future in a way. But, look, it shouldn't be no doubt.
Right.
We know what's ahead. We know what's at stake. 3 years, and, we going to fumble again? Nah. So, with that being said, Who That? And I'm going to keep listening to the show.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. Be safe out there, my brother, and Who That to you.
All right.
That's Kyle Davis, man, one of the good brothers of the show. Good to hear from Kyle, man. Got a good information all the time from Kyle, man. Appreciate you. Thank everybody, man. All the call-ins, Paul, Iceman, Tyrese, and Kyle Davis, all of the brothers calling in, checking it out. Going back to the chat, John, let's say, what's the number, Big Q? 504-475-4482 is right above my head right here. That's the live call-in number there, John, anytime. You won't call in, get it in there. NOS says Ted Ginn has been very questionable. He's reverted back to his old ways. Can't stand seeing him drop passes that Drew places perfectly into his hands. Thank you, NOS. And that's true, man. I mean, the reality of the situation, fam, is that, I rode on Ted Ginn Jr. really hard. I don't know if that was the last show or a couple of shows ago. I put both hands on him and blessed him in that one. I got to tell you, I was really upset. I was really upset about that because I said, and my thinking was Ted Ginn Jr. is stealing money from the Saints. Anytime, I guarantee you, true. I tell you what, if you put his check on the football and throw it to him, you think he'll drop it then? Anyway, what's happening, family? Thank you for calling the Sports Call. Who am I speaking with?
Man, what's down, man? It's that boy, Throat Cutter. Who that?
What's up, Throat Cutter? What's up, baby?
Man, you know I'm slow motion, man. I'm cooling, man. What's good with it?
I'm chilling, cuz. Good to hear from you, fam. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, bro, man. I had just got to the house, you heard me? I seen the notification, you heard me? I like, man, I need to get back there. ASAP. Ain't the line open too, you heard me? Yeah. Let me get that, man.
We here, bro. We here. It's all good, baby. You know it's Saturday. Saturdays is our days, brother. It's going down, Throat Cutter.
Oh yeah, man. You know that, man. Shit, man. But yeah, man. My whole point on the Saints right now, you heard me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like our defense at the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left.
Okay.
I don't respect it. I don't like what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing and why they do it. Mm-hmm. But, bro, I noticed out of 12 games that we played, within them 12 games, we played everybody the same way, bro. And everybody came back with the garbage time and almost won the game. It's not the fact that we won. It's the fact that we was blowing them out and y'all let them come back in the fourth quarter with 6 to 4 minutes left every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And going against the 49ers, I don't like the 49ers. I don't like the 49ers. I don't like the Cowgirls. I don't like the Patriots. I don't like none of them teams. None of them. And and going against the 49ers, bro, like, we can't afford to allow them to do what we did to everybody else on defense, bro.
Right.
We can't at all, bro. If them dudes like Eli Apple, right? Mm-hmm. Eli Apple, he a good little corner, but he cost us a lot of junk in the games, bro, and I don't respect it, bro. Like, just turn your head around, bro. You turn your head around, you wouldn't get them flags. You probably get an interception every time.
You would. You're right.
He
bro.
would.
Mm-hmm.
He would, bro. Like, he really would, and for him to sit there and constantly get all these pass interference flags back to back, bro. You need to calm down, bro. Calm down. Turn around. Play the ball. Just don't play the person. Play the ball itself.
Mm-hmm.
Play the ball itself, man. And I already know one thing, man. Say, bro, we from that boot. And they don't understand, like, bro, we really raw out here, man. But, like, we really raw out here, man. We some fighters, bro, and we not going to give up on nothing, bro.
Right.
We going to go there tomorrow in that city, in that dome, and we going to dominate, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
We going to dominate.
Throat Cutter,
we don't got no room for error.
That's right. Keep it going. Come on, Throat Cutter. Come with that real, bro.
We don't got no room for error, bro. We got to go out there, like Drew Brees been saying. I'm tired of hearing it. We haven't played our best football yet. Man, what is your best football? What is the definition of playing your best football? Can you please explain it to me, Drew Brees?
Right.
What is your definition? Y'all need to. I'm not even going to blame it on the offense. I blame it on the defense after 6 minutes. So whenever we play the 49ers, man, we better go out there and dominate them in every way on that field, bro. We gotta show the world, because everybody doubting us, everybody hate us. Let's show the world that it's really us versus y'all. Let's show everybody it's really us versus y'all. We gonna go down there. We gonna dominate. We gonna send them dudes home. They gonna be so mad to the point that they gonna know after they leave that dome, they gonna be like, man, them dudes out there, man, they them boys for real. Man. Not the Cowgirls, the Saints, them boys. You hear me?
You know what, Throat Cutter, bro? You got that passion, bro. You always come through with that passion and that energy, bro. And I can hear all the battle rap passion that you putting into your sport commentary, dog. So that shows me, listening to you, that you bring it like that 100% of the way. So I agree with you, cuz. I agree with you. You point after point is straight on topic. And you know what, bro? I was thinking about it, like the realism of like what you bring and how we bring it. People respect that because it's so rare. You don't get that real aspect like that because most of these people so Hollywood. And Hollywood so plastic. They specialize in giving you synthetic. You know, I don't want genetically modified. I don't want synthetic. I don't want unnatural. You know, we want that uncut, organic, pure truth. That's what we want.
Right.
And they specialize in not giving you that. They'll give you some plastic, cheap, fake knockoff rendition of it. But the Saints are maybe too real for Hollywood. Or maybe like old BG's they used to say a long time ago. He said too hood for Hollywood. Maybe that's what the Saints are. The Saints are too real for the Hollywood crowd to really put them up there and start elevating them like per se of New England, per se of Dallas, per se of Los Angeles Rams, who can't even get their own fan base to fill a building. They're trying to force feed to Los Angeles team the people who don't want it because they're so greedy. They fake.
Right.
They fake. And the Saints are real, man. And what you seeing is the reality of a team that's focused, bro. Over the last 2 years, I go back to the Minnesota Miracle. I go back to the debacle in the Dome. I go back to the Commissioner Goodell's relationship with the black and gold that spanned back to when he had beefs with Tom Benson, rest in peace. When Tom Benson was trying to vote him and organize owners to get him up out of there because he seen that he was a joke and not a good representative for the game. All that. I remember all of that. And that's what we are. We're a combination of we won't ever back down. We won't ever, walk away from a challenge. It's based, like you said, fam, it's where you from. It's how you came up. It's who you are. You'll never run away from a fight. You're going to stand and you're going to deliver. And if they're going to give you, you're going to stand. We just going to be standing there until somebody go down.
Right. That's big facts, bro. That's big facts, like, for real, bro. Like, people underestimate us because they feel like, all right, the Saints don't got this going on. Or they not a complete team. All right, I hear y'all. I understand what y'all saying. Oh, out of 12 games that we didn't play as like a real complete team, but we played enough as a complete team to get the victories. That's all that matter at the end of the day, the victories. But it's not that all that matters because the fashion of the way that we in these games, we supposed to dominate like Carolina. Ain't no way Carolina's supposed to came all the way back to put the game into a 7 points. Man, ain't no way. I can't even see it. At first, I was excited. I was like, damn. Man, we showing up, you know what I'm saying? We doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? Defense doing good, and you know what I'm saying? But I like that. I love it. I love the hatred. I love the hatred, bro. I love when people talk down on us and we go out there and show them that, all right, you want to talk down on me? Well, look, let me give you something else to talk down on me about, you heard me? But you can't talk down on me if I'm winning. But y'all going to constantly put us in that category to the fault that y'all think that, well, the Saints ain't for real. All right. If we not for real, ain't we the only team in the NFL period to really clinch got an opportunity to clinch the playoff berth? Is we the only team?
Only one.
We the only team. We the only team out of 32 teams, right?
Clinch it this early.
But we not for real, but we number one in the NFC, period. We number one in the NFL, period, to me. Because I'm a die-hard Saints fan enough Man, fight go with that, whoever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they know one thing, man. Me personally, man, I am ruthless behind the Saints. You talk down on the Saints, man, it's up there. Man, me and you gonna have a conversation, and this conversation that we gonna have, you not gonna like it because I'm gonna break the facts down to you about what's going on. Now, I don't want to talk about nothing in the past. I want to talk about what's going on in 2019.
Right.
That's what I want to talk about. So whenever you doubt us and we go out there and show y'all that we are who we is, who that nation, we going to rise up at all times, no matter what y'all try to put against us or who y'all try to put against us. Referees, the owner of the NFL, everybody, man, we beat all y'all. You know why we beat all y'all, man? Because we from that boot, man. We from that boot. We raw and uncut, and we don't have no filters. None.
That's right.
None.
Joe Cutter.
No filters.
Joe Cutter right on it, man. That's what I'm talking about. Love that energy, bro. That's passion right there. And that's also a little frustration I can sense as well because we not getting our due. And they not giving us our due, bro, because they're too busy talking about all the bungling and stumbling of whether it's the Cowboys or the Giants, who don't deserve any press. The Giants stink, so do the Jets. The Los Angeles teams, both are Rams are falling through the floor. The Chargers are a joke this year. So why is it even a national conversation to talk about anybody that's not the Saints? How is that even possible?
You're right. Matter of fact, I be doing it, bro. I watch NFL Network. I watch all the sports channels just to see how many people are going to talk about us, bro. And they don't talk about us. I don't understand. Like, how can you steady talk about the Cowgirls when they got a losing record? They constantly losing every week. They haven't beat a team over 500 yet. Like, so how can you constantly talk about them making the playoffs whenever we already in that spot already? Like, y'all don't give us nothing, bro. They don't talk about us at all, like nobody, but it's cool. Y'all don't need to talk about us.
Right.
When February gets here and we walk out there with that Super Bowl ring,
you know that.
Don't talk about us then.
That's right.
Don't talk about us then. Have the same energy that you've been having all year.
That's right. Absolutely.
All year.
You right, bro. Right on the money. That's absolutely the case. And like I said, bro, you're hitting them. And that's the thing. There is no other conversation that should be having pro football that's not if you talking NFC football, should be the Saints. You should be talking Saints all day. The Saints are the number one ranked team right now in NFC. They control home field advantage, but yet you get no conversation. That lets me know it's a national agenda because they have none of these other networks they all have different CEOs, CFOs, what have you, other programs. They're not following the same trend. You would not hope I would think they weren't. But ultimately, you get no press on any of the big networks. That's why the Sports Coma here. That's why other great Saints platforms out there like NOS, brother in the chat right here. Big ups to little brother. But that's what it's all about, man. Is that that's why we are valid. That's why we are here. And we represent it because we have people as passionate like you, Tro Cutter, that understand this is that real deal talk that you ain't gonna get from WWL because they commercial. You ain't gonna get it from, you gonna get that certain amount, but then they're gonna peel it off. This is off the top, this unfiltered, like you said. That's right. Unfiltered to the dome. Raw, passionate, emotion, information, intellectual stuff. Dealing with football, dealing with the Saints. We gonna let you have it, and if you play with us, we're gonna put them barrels on you, and we're gonna sink it to the bottom of the river. Bottom line, and that's what we stand for. That's what the platform is, and that's why I said I appreciate we got brothers like you and many other people out there that had that same passion, that same intellect, that same wisdom as people like you, cuz.
Yeah, bro, and you know what? I really think I heard you talking to somebody earlier. I forgot his name, but with the Saints on offense, right? Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I've been saying this since Alvin Kamara came back. Mm-hmm. I like Alvin Kamara, but Murray was dominating the run game. Bro, like y'all paying this man all this money to sit on the sideline, bro. Play play Murray like you played Alvin Kamara
Right.
whenever Ingram was there. Play them both, bro.
Right.
We need both of them dudes on that field. We don't just need Alvin Kamara because Alvin Kamara is not himself right now. He's not himself at all. I don't care what nobody says. From what I've seen since he's been back from that injury, that dude he haven't even scored a touchdown.
One rushing touchdown.
He haven't even scored a touchdown since week 3?
Been a while.
Week 3? Bro, this dude Murray, they need to run that ball, bro.
Yes.
Eat the clock up. Play the clock.
Yes.
Play the possession game. Man, Drew Brees, we all know that you can't throw over 40, 50 yards no more. Stop trying it. Stop giving the ball. And most of all, please stop throwing the ball to Tay again. Please stop throwing that ball to him. Bro, I do not respect that dude.
I don't
respect him
he's stealing
because
money, cuz. He's stealing money.
Yeah, bro, you getting paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars not for you to drop the ball. If the ball be in your hand, I can see him say overthrew you.
Right.
It be in your hand,
in
bro.
your hands, bro. And your and throw cutter, bro. The man got sticky gloves on, bro. How you dropping the ball with sticky gloves on? You ever wore one? I actually wore a couple of them gloves, and then somebody threw me a football. And it is so easy to catch that football with them gloves on, bro. I mean, it's almost like you cheating to have these gloves on. It's super easy to catch a football with them gloves on. And that man got them gloves on, and that dude still dropping the ball.
I mean, dropping them constantly, every week. It's the same thing, bro. Like, man, can you put him on the sideline? Is Keith Kirkwood still hurt?
He done, bro. He done. They was thinking about bringing him back, but they shelved him. He wasn't quite healthy enough, so they put him back on the IR. So, no, we won't get no help from Keith Kirkwood. Sad to say.
So, what about that wide receiver with the dreads in his head?
Oh, Humphreys.
And spot him.
Yes. Yeah.
That dude's hungry. Yeah. That dude not. I mean, bro, come on. All right. Jared Cook, I respect Jared Cook game. He's stepping up. That's the Jared Cook I want to see. I want to see him dominate like that every week. Give that man the ball. He's too big.
Right.
He is too big, bro. All you got to do is throw him the ball. You seen him when he went caught that ball in the air. Throw him the ball. Right. Even though he do drop passes sometimes too, but when he catch that ball, he gone.
Right. Yeah.
He gone. Get that man the ball, bro. Stop just looking for Michael Thomas, bro. Look for somebody else. Cause all right, this is my whole point about this situation right here. And I'm about to wrap this up. You heard me? All right, Michael Thomas. We know everybody gonna try to guard Michael Thomas, but they can't guard Mike. But that's not the fact. The fact is, all right, since everybody gonna jump on Michael Thomas, you can't find no other wide receiver. I ain't talking about Alvin Kamara playing a wide receiver. Right. All these wide receivers that you got on your team, that you paying all this money, you need to get them involved.
You're right.
They need to get involved in this game. They need to play this game. They need to catch the ball. Like second down and 8. We know you're gonna look for Michael Thomas. Throw the ball to somebody else, right? Mr. Michael Thomas. Get a ball to somebody else. All right. I'm not, man, look, I want Michael Thomas to break the record. But I also want to win.
Yes.
I want to win. I want to win more than anything than a record. I want to win. I want to win, bro. I want to go out there and win. I'm ready for us to get our second ring, bro. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of going season after season after season just to be a repeat. No, I don't want no more repeats. I want to have a Super Bowl this year, and if we could get everybody involved, like other wide receivers, other running backs, and other tight ends, and man, bro, we could be a complete team dominating because our run game, ain't nobody can run on us. We not allowed nobody to run 100 yards on us at all.
Right. Right. We be looking good, bro.
Yeah, ain't nobody can run on us. And like I said about Eli Apple, if Eli Apple could sit down and turn his head around instead of giving these people 50, 60 yards, and people don't throw the ball for 40 yards and you get a pass interference, bro. You just gave them damn near 60 yards, bro.
Right.
You just put them in position to go turn your head around, son. Man, he need more guidance. Cause he a dog. He always be on his man, but he always get a flag.
Yep.
He always get a flag. And like sometimes I'll be looking at it like, oh, the referee cheating again. Well, actually, they don't be cheating on him. His flags be obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
His flags be obvious, bro. Like his flags be obvious. Like whenever the dude, all right, like last week, like for Thanksgiving, whenever that dude went out of bounds, right? Why you pushed him? Why?
Bro, that was great. That was a straight up, bro. That's an easy call for the ref to make. You cannot push the wide receiver out of bounds. And the man starting this route. It's different if he's attempting to catch the ball. That's different. But just to push him out of bounds, that was a new one to me, bro. That was
and not just that, he was out of bounds already. He was out of bounds already, and you pushed him.
Oh,
you pushed him. You pushed him like, man, come on, man. I just feel like, bro, our defense need to stop giving these teams a chance to win the game in garbage time. If they stop doing that, bro, we could beat a complete team. I ain't worrying about our best games. Man, whatever happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? We can't predict what really going to happen. I just want us to play a complete game without allowing the other team to come back within 4 minutes. Within 4 minutes, now that's real sad right now. Within 4 minutes to come back, and we be having 31 points, to let them come all the way back to get 24 points though. Nah, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. Right. I'm tired of it, bro. Like, I'm really tired of it, man. I'm a diehard Saints fan to the death of me. I was a diehard Saints fan when we had the bags on our heads. You heard me? Like, you couldn't tell me. I was walking around with the bags on my head. Who that? Man, was him. You heard me? Was him. Was him. When we didn't have a quarterback like Aaron Brooks, one dude would throw an interception and bust out laughing. Man, that dude was there for the money. He would never win no games.
Yeah. Yep.
He wouldn't never win no games. Man, bro, all I'm saying, man, we just get everything together on defense, get all the cornerbacks right, and make sure they play a complete game. Man, we gonna dominate. We gonna beat the 49ers anyway, but I want us to dominate the 49ers because I want everybody that doubting us that we gonna lose to the 49ers and the Saints beat the 49ers by 21 or 28 points. Man, I will be happy.
Yeah,
I will be happy.
It's going down, throat cutter. We're gonna take care of business, bro. Just get your popcorn ready, bro. And it's gonna be a show tomorrow. We're gonna show the nation and show everybody that's been doubting the black and gold who the black and gold is. You're gonna see it tomorrow.
Yeah. And you know what we need to do? All them people that got all that negative energy, we need to get us some sage sticks, you heard me, and just walk around with them with some sage sticks, you heard me. Get that energy from around here. Hell yeah. For real, man.
Oh man, throat cutter, you something else, bro. You was amped, brother. Now I know you was frustrated, bro. It sounded like you got it off your chest, brother.
Yeah, man. Look, then Thanksgiving. I just got into it with a cowgirl saying, you heard me, this Thursday.
Okay, what happened?
So, like, the dude stay next door to me, you heard me. I told him. He sitting there making all that noise. We them boys. I said, man, y'all not them boys.
Come on.
I said, y'all not them boys. He said, who's your team is? I said, my team winning. And it's the top of the NFC. I said, my team winning. I said, I'm a Saints fan. You can hear it in my voice. You can hear it in my voice. You know where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No one don't even act like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know where I'm from. But he made a bet with me, right? I said, man, look, y'all about to lose. And when y'all lose, I want you to come out the house. I want you to come out the house, and I want you. He wanted to play some games, so I was like, I want you to come out the house and have that same energy that you had whenever you were saying we them boys. All right, after they lost, right, the niggas started throwing shit around in the house, and my wife had her grandchild at the household. I went and knocked on the door. I said, say, bro. I say, man, can you please, I respectfully, because I could have got out. I was like, say, bro, can you please hold that noise? I said, man, my little grandbaby in the house, you heard me? She's trying to sleep. She only like 5 months year old, you know what I'm saying? And you making all this noise over here. Oh, man, I don't want to hear that. Man, you jinxed our boys and this here and this. I said, hey. I said, look. Yeah, I said, look here, bro. I'm going to tell you again. Can you please hold that noise, bro? My grandchild trying to sleep in there. That's all I'm asking you. I'm not even talking football with you no more. And I say, matter of fact, bro, y'all do this every year. Every year, bro. Y'all do the same thing every year. No matter who the quarterback is. Y'all do the same stuff every year. Y'all are not them boys. Yep. You are not them boys. Right. So don't call girls, man. Y'all just need to wrap it up, bro. Just leave it alone. So this dude out of nowhere, this dude say he gonna pop me.
Pop you?
He gonna pop me. Man, you already know I got my character. Throat cutter came out. You heard me?
Oh, you messing with the wrong man, brother.
Yeah. He came out there. He said he gonna pop me. I said, all right. You threatening me? I came out my shirt. I went put my tennis shoes on. And I came out there with that AR-15. I said, now let's get the popping out here. That boy stayed in the house. He called the police and everything. You know, my guns are registered in me already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. Yeah. I told him what happened. I said, man, nigga threatened me. You heard me? Nigga said he was gonna pop me. I said, I'm from Louisiana. When nigga said they gonna pop me, nigga, you gotta show me that you gonna pop me. You gotta show me that you gonna pop me, boy. This is a different breed right here. But today, he gonna try to come shake my hand, man. Get out of my face, man. I'm an anti-social clown. I'm not friendly.
You better try to shake your hand. He did the right thing to try to shake your hand. Cause at the end of the day, bro, when you do that to a man, bro, that's life and death right there. You know. Yeah,
so yeah. You don't play with nobody life.
No, you don't do that.
You don't play with nobody life about nothing.
But throat cutter, you had, that could have been real bad for him. You know. So I can understand where he coming back on end because he understand. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I was out of my mind, and this guy could have got me up out of here. Could have put me on.
He was in his feelings. He was in his feelings. That's what that was. He was in his feelings because them girls lost. But my whole thing is, I don't play with nobody like that. Don't threaten me at all. Don't say you're gonna punch me in my face. You're gonna slap me. Anything with violence towards me, bro, is up there, and I will turn your life upside down, and you're gonna regret that you messed with throat cutter, man. Bro, I will bless you out here.
Don't worry about it, throat cutter. It worked out the right way, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you know how we is, bro. That's that warrior breed, bro. And we keep that warrior under wraps until we need him to come. So I mean, at the end of the day, like I always say, we the coolest people on the planet. And we the coolest people. We get along with everybody. We sit down. I mean, we eat good, we drink good. We the coolest people come across the world to party with us, to eat down here, to drink with us. We the coolest people on the planet. Until you play with us, then the warrior come out, and you gonna wish you never went there. But
yeah, like my little partner from the night wall out here. You heard me? Mm-hmm. The dude swear to God, I'm from New Orleans, bro. It was like, man, you talk too much like New Orleans. I said, man, I'm from Homer. He said, man, people from Homer. He said people from Homer don't have a deep accent like you. I say, bro, man, I am from Homer.
Man. He crazy, man.
I am from Homer, bro. We only 45 minutes away from the city.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's fam, man. I mean, you ain't got to be in New Orleans, and that's another thing, bro. Prior to that, people thinking that you exclusively got to be in that territory. Man, Katrina and the several hurricanes dispersed us all around, man. So we all around and everywhere, bro. I mean, you listen. You got family members on here, bro. That's in Texas, Florida, California, people from Pennsylvania. I had a few people reach out to me from Alaska. We got Australia, Europe, South America.
Yeah.
It's all it'll amaze you, bro. And I was looking over some of the analytics of the show just to gauge the show's reach. And you seen stuff in all kind of places, bro, where you wouldn't even think it was. They had Saints fans, but they there. You know, I had a brother from Lincoln, Nebraska, call the show up a couple days ago. The brother from up there, Jerry from Lincoln, Nebraska, who from Monroe. He called. He said he up there. He said they got no Saint content up there, and that pretty much the sports coma is how you get his Saint content. And a lot of family members do the same thing, brother.
Yeah, that's out here too. Out here in Texas too, they like that. They don't. The games better. I gotta go to Dave and Buster, or I gotta order the NFL package. You know what I'm saying? So I got the NFL package, but I also go to Dave and Buster when the Saints playing and the Cowgirls playing, so I can drive me some people to let them know. Well, look, I'm here. I'm that one that gonna talk crazy to you all day about these football stats. You heard me, man? But look. Man, look, I've been on this thing too long, you heard me, man. Like I said, man, this goes down tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you heard me. Saints about to dominate. If you a 49ers fan and you up in the sports coma, man, can you exit out of here, you heard me? We don't mess with y'all, man. It's all about them Saints and Who Dat Nation, you heard me?
That's right,
That's what this about, man. It's about them Who Dat boys, and we them boys. We them boys. And after tomorrow, you doing something tomorrow after the game?
Yeah, bro, we're gonna be live in effect after the game, cuz I say probably about maybe 40 minutes to an hour after the game, and it's gonna have the live chat and the call-ins. It's going down, brother.
Bet, man. Well then, look, man. All the Who Dat fans on you heard me, man. Salute to you, Big Q. You know, man, you already know what it is, man. You know, man, it's official. You heard me? It's like that. It's like that, man. It's like that, man. To all my Who Dat fans, man, salute. Y'all support. Don't get mad at the team. You heard me? It's a Who Dat thing, man. We 10-2 for a reason. You know why? Because it's a Who Dat thing, bro. We some fighters, you heard me? We some real warriors out here, man. They can't stop us, man. So after y'all watch that game tomorrow, be back on this show. Make sure you like, subscribe, you heard me? Do all that good stuff. And, man, it's up there, man. Who Dat, man, for life, man. Who's him?
Thank you, Throat Cutter, bro. You the man, fam. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, son.
Who that, cuz? That's Throat Cutter, man. I'll tell you what, man. If you a Cowboys fan and you got a man knock on your door and ask you to keep the noise down, and he asks you twice, please listen to that, man. Don't be disrespectful. Because you're going to take that title, Die Hard, really serious. Thank you, Throat Cutter, man. Appreciate you. All the family members, just to let you know, man, Throat Cutter is a battle rapper, bro. Got a lot of good music. Go to Throat Cutter channel on YouTube. Check him out, bro. Show some support to the brother. That's what we do here, fam. We support Black and Gold family members. That's what we do. That's how we do it. We all one family, and we got to look out for each other, bro. Them funky Falcons fans, they support each other. The rotten Panthers fans and the laughable Buccaneers fans, they all support each other. The Black and Gold Nation is the best nation in the world, and we got to support each other. So thank Throat Cutter for all of that. Thank you, family, for joining the show today. Who am I speaking with?
This Willie Bibman.
What's up, Willie? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Just knocked off from work. Listen to Throat Cutter trying to go to the penitentiary.
Nah, Throat Cutter.
No, he tried to go to the pen.
Nah, he de-escalated it, bro.
I know. He tried to go to the pen. Hey, them people in Texas are putting that needle in people's arm out there, man.
Listen, you know, like I said, he de-escalated it. He did the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He keep it under wraps, so it's all good, fam. What's going on? Hey, how you doing, bro?
Nothing much telling too. Throat Cutter might be kidding because my mama from down there in Homer.
Okay. See.
Yeah, might be my cousin, but he ain't from down. That man said Homer, man. We said Hummer.
Yeah, don't nobody say no homer. We say hummer. Yeah, but I just.
Willie, I say homer.
Yeah, I know, but it's supposed to be hummer, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, man, I just called. I said, man, let me turn my phone on and see if Big Q on here. And Big Q was on here. I didn't want to say, didn't I tell you about them Cowboys?
That you did, brother. That you
didn't
did.
I tell you?
That you did.
I told you. I seen it coming.
You know what?
I seen it.
Only people that don't see it coming, Willie, is their fan
It's
base.
the Cowboy fan.
That's it. That's the only people that don't see it coming.
Hey, even Skip Bayless don't throw them bitches in the garbage. Oh, I'm sorry. Even Skip Bayless don't throw them in the garbage can.
I mean, bro, come on. It becomes it gets to a point where you gotta do something, bro. And I just love it. I love the dysfunction, because they built this team all up, and then the only thing happened was, you know who did that to them? If anybody want to know what happened to the Dallas Cowboys, you know who you blame it on? You blame it on the New Orleans Saints, because before neither one beat them first when they was undefeated, and after that they ain't never been the same.
They never got well.
That never got well. That was it.
Oh no, they never got well, man. I just calling just to touch base with what you brought up. I can't watch the game tomorrow. I'm mad, but it is what it is.
Well, that's all right, Willie. I mean, we'll recap it tomorrow after the game, bro, and then we'll go.
Ain't nothing like watching it. Ain't nothing like watching it. Nigga don't want no recap. You know. Hey, once I get home, I can watch it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, on that NFL thing, I got that downloaded on the Xbox or whatever. But yeah. Once I get home, I won't watch it live.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I don't have no belief in Frisco.
Yeah.
None.
What you think gonna happen? Willie, talk to me about it. What
I don't know. I think it might be like, I don't know, bro. But I don't think that they're gonna be able to run the ball on us.
Okay.
You know, man, Tevin Coleman couldn't run on us when he was at Atlanta. So how you gonna run on us with them?
We're gonna see, bro. They talking they mess like they gonna do something. So
they talking about their defense and all that. Say, man, every time I see Mike Thomas get checked by Richard Sherman, Mike Thomas cooked that man, bro. You heard me?
You said what happened, Willie?
Hold on, let me take this headset out. Hold on.
Yeah, you got a little wind behind you, brother. It kind of got there. Now, what you were saying?
I said every time that Richard Sherman check Mike Thomas, he get cooked. All you got to do is go back and look at it. Or Mike Thomas be cooking that dude, bro.
Now the thinking is that you'll see Richard Sherman on him the majority of the matchup of the game. That's what I'm hearing from their side.
Man, them people gonna sit up there and go sit up in that cover 3 zone and try to contain the Saints offense. That's all they gonna do, bro.
Good luck with that.
I'm telling you, that's what they gonna do. They gonna sit up in that cover 3 and hope that they can get pressure with that white boy Bosa, acting like he a Hall of Famer. You know, first year. Man, them white boys like that don't never last. They always get broke up out there, bro.
I think, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I think, like we talked about the 49ers. And the truth be told, I went over their team. I looked at the team. I watched some highlights on them playing, like maybe several different games that they played, and they had some pretty good performances. You know, and I watched what they did. You know, and let me be honest with you, the 49ers, you know, they're a good team.
Hey, but Q,
they're a good team.
Who they doing it against? Who they doing it? They're doing it against Waste Management and Sweetie and Progressive and all them people. That's who they doing it against.
And what's the new one with your boy Sidney Torres? What's his company?
Who?
Riverland.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Business
you ain't talking about the one with the red can, huh?
That's right. Right.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Business stinks, but it's picking up. Them, they all of that.
Yeah. And when they play somebody, they lost.
But see, that's the thing, though, Willie. When they played, the people were looking at it because they were saying that's been the thing on the 49ers for all that time. But see,
Yeah.
whether they are that or not, we have to approach them as if they were. You get me?
Oh yeah, we know that. But bro, the Saints supposed to open them people head up for them out there tomorrow. That's what the Saints supposed to do.
Oh, they will. Oh,
that's what they supposed to do.
They will, and it's because of what like with you, Tyrese, and Kyle Davis and Paul and all the rest of the brothers that called up today, Stroke Cutter, like they passionately said the same thing as the Saints, and they were uniformly saying the same thing. Saints got to run the ball. This is the weakness of the team. Now, if the 49ers, once the Saints start running that ball and force them 49ers to acquiesce to what we doing, then we dictate for the game what's going on.
Hey, but I don't think I don't think we got to do it like that, bro. I think we got to throw the ball first. That's what I think.
You think you got to throw the ball?
I think we got to throw that ball and take their heart.
So
that's what I think we got to do.
So you want to use the pass first on them, not the run?
Yeah, because you know they're gonna have their head pinned back. You know, both of them they're gonna have their ears pinned back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, play action, something like that in the beginning. They're gonna get them, bro. I'm telling you.
But you gotta. That's what I'm saying. You gotta, for the play action to work the way it was intended or it was designed to do. You gotta institute the run game, and they soften the run. They soft. They let
me ask you a question.
And 17 points a game running the ball. You know that?
All right then. But let me ask you a question, though, Q. If you were playing the Saints, what would you stop first?
Well, if I was playing the Saints, and I know Drew Brees is back there, and Mike Thomas is leading the league in catches, I would look to try to slow that connection down. That's what I would try to do.
All right, okay, let me ask you this here. When the Saints can't run, the Saints can't win the game, bro. Now, you know this. If Drew Brees throw that ball for 40, 50 times, they lose.
They're not going to win the game if he's throwing it for that much.
That's why I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm telling you, man. The Saints got to throw that ball on them people's ass, bro, because they're looking for that run game. They know the Saints like to run.
The Saints is kind of an enigma because even though they're a team that's averaging that amount of, if you go over the last couple of games, the Saints haven't exclusively stuck to the running game, not because it didn't work. It was because of I would say it's the discipline of the play caller, and we know in the play caller is Sean Payton. Payton didn't stick to the run. He could have beat Carolina. He didn't stick to the run.
They ran for 100 last week. They ran for over 100 yards last week, son. I'm just telling you.
I hear what you're saying, Willie. I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying. That's the most dangerous part of the Saints offense, man. First of all, they don't respect Drew Brees in the NFL no more because they say he can't throw it 15 yards down the field.
They wrong for that.
So, yeah, they down bad for that. They down bad for that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I almost spoke in Swahili just now, but they down bad for that. Yeah. They down bad. And no, that's all like big dog are kind of getting all bases. I don't like how they disrespecting my Tigers.
Oh, well, come on. We're going to take care of business, brother. We're going to take care of business.
Hey, but Q, who else we got to beat? Who else we got to beat, bro?
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying.
They wouldn't be, if it was Alabama, they wouldn't be tackling over number one seat, and it would have been Alabama.
No. See, I don't understand that. Man, Ohio State, they've been playing sweet, ways management, progressive, and all them people too.
Richard
you
Disposal, River is Bayou Disposal, something like that.
It's River something, man. River. Don't they got like an alligator or something on that can?
Yes, that's Riverland Waste Disposal, or something like that. Our business stinks, but it's picking up that one there. That one too. That's
now look. LSU went up there and we picked Texas the first game. Texas was ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Now Texas don't lose all them games. They talking about Texas ain't nothing.
But see,
what I'm saying?
That was the point when you beat them when they were top ranked. Ain't no other teams. When you take care of business against Georgia, do you not recognize that you will be? Now we talking LSU. We're gonna bounce it back to the Saints in a second, but the Tigers, when they take care of Georgia today, that will be 5 top 10 teams that they dispatch.
And look,
there was
nobody. And this ain't nobody do that since 1940 something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what they say.
We all over the place, bro. That's why I said we breaking all records, bro. But it's the thing though, Willie. You know about the Saints, about the matchup against the 49ers. Now, I looked at Garoppolo. I looked at all these the running games that they have with Beretta and Coleman and of course,
Matt Breida
and Samuels. Emmanuel. What's his name?
Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders.
Sanders, and the other kid, Debo Samuels.
Yeah, Debo Sanders.
They got a good team. George Kittle. They got a really good team there. And let me see. I know they ain't play nobody. I know they've been playing the Bumble to them Up club.
Well, who you scared of? Who you scared of on their offense? Because I ain't scared of nobody on their offense.
No. I'm not afraid of the offense because I know the defense got what it takes to shut those guys down. We definitely gonna stop you from running the ball. I don't care who you put back there. Most certain, it don't matter. The Saints will stop you from running the ball. That's number one. Then we will put the pressure on Garoppolo and knock him around. You think Garoppolo could deal with pressure like we sent that Matt Ryan last week? Hell no. He fragile.
No, indeed.
Now, the strength of the team is the defense. That is what it is. Now, we can run on the defense. That is their weak point. Teams have been running on the defense of the 49ers all season long to the tune of 117 yards rushing against them a game. The Saints, if they stick to the running game and then implement the play action behind the running game, they should beat this team. It shouldn't be. A lot of people thinking it'd be like Baltimore and San Francisco game was, winning by 7 or maybe this could be, bro. This could be a 35-17 game here if the Saints do what they're supposed to. I'm laying it out there.
Hey, Q, I think it's gonna be kind of close, bro. That's what I think.
What you got? What you think, Willie?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be in the 20s, bro.
In the 20s, what, 24, 21, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. They're gonna be. The Saints gonna win by at least 4 points. That's what I say.
River Parish. Thank you, Paul. Paul said
River Parish disposal.
Yeah, our business stinks.
That's it.
But it's picking up, and they're gonna pick up the 49ers tomorrow. That's what they're gonna do. Our business stinks. They're gonna pick up the whole 49ers team, save them some FM, take them right to the Richard Disposal, line up about 30 trucks. Richard Disposal had the trucks lined up behind the Superdome, and we're gonna take every last one of them suckers out of here and go dump them out in the wasteland. That would save your flight.
Nah, man, you can't put them in. You can't let them. You can't pollute the way, man. Go drop them in the Gulf of Mexico somewhere.
We don't need to pollute Nassau in the New Orleans. Let's get them up out of here.
Yeah, or drop them in the river. Let the river wash them to the Gulf of Mexico. You know. Well, you don't want to do that. Then all our seafood and stuff gonna be messed up.
Yeah, that's true too. Let's just ship them out, pack and ship them up out of here, send them in pack. That's what we do.
Hey, Q, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Way back in the day, bought the 49ers, the Blues, me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The NFC West. Yeah. Man, back in them days, boy. But I was so tired of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and John Taylor. And with that white boy name, the tight end he had?
Brent Jones.
Oh, man, I was so sick of them people, man. The Saints beat them people one time and won the division. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that because it was just, you dealing with, that was Hall of Fame. That offense was led by the mastermind and Walsh. That was that West Coast. They had it all. Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Brent Jones,
John Taylor, remember 44. The fullback, he was cold too.
Tom Rathman.
Yeah, Roger Craig and all them cats, man.
All that, bro. All that. They had it going.
But them people to beat the sleeves off the Saints.
It was a different level, and that's why it's payback for all those years that they did that. It's payback this time around. We got you this time, Playboy. We got you.
It's payback for that. It payback for that time when they broke up Jimmy Graham out there, and the people they threw their flag.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
In that playoff game?
I remember it all, brother. That's why I say it's payback time. We got hold on, Joe. Hold on for a second, Willie. I ain't realizing now because I ain't get through all my chats, but we got a 49er family. We got a 49er member in the chat family. Is that what's going on here? I'm sorry, I've been doing calls and I ain't been able to get to
what he said?
Do we have y'all answer me on this one, family?
Okay.
Do we have a 49ers fan in the chat, family? Huh? Let me see here. Because I think we do. Now, if this the case, this will be the third consecutive week of we getting other people's people to the platform. We had a Tampa Bay Buccaneer guy in here. He was real respectful. We let him make it. There was another dude from the Falcons last week, and y'all remember what I did to him. Y'all remember how I handled business on him. So we got another 49ers fan. Okay, Fred Jr., is that who it is, Fred Jr.? He says, right here. Block me now. Okay, family. Fred says he wants to get blocked. Let's let my moderators take care of business and block Fred. Fred Jr., maybe you need to consult with Senior to let you know that when you come into the black and gold platform, you dealing with champions here, family. I'm addressing Fred Jr. Fred Jr., when you're in the black and gold building, what'd that say, that family? What'd that say, family? NFC South champions. Wrapped it up. Let me ask you a question, Fred. Did y'all wrap y'all up yet?
No. Hell no. Ask them if they're in the playoffs yet. No.
Y'all couldn't take care of business against Seattle, Fred. So remember, black and gold champions, you're dealing with champions. And guess what?
We whoop Seattle.
We will take care of business tomorrow against the 49ers. Black and gold champions. We ain't got no time to play with people with wishes. They need to rename the Superdome and call that Valley, because that's where that's where the opponent's dreams come to die in the Superdome. Let's rename the Superdome Death Valley now. We got college Death Valley, and we got the pros Death Valley. Is where they gonna come to die, family. And look, Fred says this year is our year, guaranteed. I don't know, Fred. I appreciate your fandom, Fred. He said NFL ain't letting y'all win. Look at that. Oh man, that's funny. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
NFL ain't let y'all win, huh?
Did y'all hear what you heard with Fred the Sanford Willie? Did you hear what he did? You see what he put in there?
I heard him. Fred, he got a point.
Fred said it, man. Fred keeping it real. Fred says it's their year because the NFL, this coming from Fred, the 49ers fan. 49ers fan Fred said to the black and gold building that the NFL will not let the Saints win the Super Bowl. Even the 49ers man know that. Even the 49ers man know that. They know that. How about that? That is absolutely incredible. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
Hey, the 49ers going to make the Metro tomorrow. If you know what I'm talking about. You got to be from New Orleans to know what I'm talking about.
They ain't going to make the Metro.
They're going to make the Metro tomorrow.
Oh, I tell you what, bro. We're going to take care of business, bro. No doubt.
I got confidence.
We're going to take care of it. But that's funny as hell, man. About the fact
it's funny.
Fred Jr., the 49ers fan, said that the NFL will not let y'all win in the game. He said the 49ers dynasty is in effect. NFL loves the 49ers in contention. You mentioned the 80s and early 90s, Q. Yes, I did, Fred. Tell
that man, Q, that I was in puberty the last time the 49ers won anything. Tell him that. Nah. And I'm 44 years old. I don't want to hear that shit about the pad. Excuse my Swahili. I don't want to hear that, man.
Fred says he said, Q, I'll be here tomorrow, bro. See, listen. Now see see what I'm saying, family? Now that has done me in right there. Now the man said the 49ers, he said the NFL loves the 49ers. You heard what he said. This ain't me saying it. This the 49er man saying it. He said,
man, tell him Joe Montana not over there no more.
Bro, you know what? That's crazy too. I'm absolutely floored by that one now. I'm floored by that one, Willie. He know, and look, we just got to take care of business, man. Bottom line.
That's all the Saints got to do. The Saints got to go over there and put their foot on them people's throat. You heard me? And don't let them people back in the game once y'all get to leave. You know, you got to leave, no doubt. Don't get a referee chance to mess over you.
Man, I tell you, man, you're right, Willie. I appreciate.
That's all they got to do.
I appreciate you for calling, Willie. Thank you for calling, my brother.
I'm sorry for cutting you off so many times, but I got a big mouth. I like to run it.
No, Willie, you fine, bro. Everything was good, brother. I appreciate you come, you bring that edge and that comedy, and you giving that real perspective, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want you to call tomorrow, Willie. We're gonna put on the live stream. Gonna be about 3-4 hours tomorrow. I'm gonna get everybody calling there. Let everybody get in there, get their word in after the game. You know it's gonna be a good one, so I gotta give it a little
it's gonna be a good one. Hey, but hey, man, on Sunday it's hard to talk to you. On Sunday, everybody want to talk to you on a Sunday.
I'm gonna try to shorten it a bit, because most of the time we have shows like this, I let the family members kind of express themselves. But when we get like a show like that, I kind of ask the family members to kind of shorten it up a bit and be respectful of other family members calling in. So it'll be a little easier tomorrow.
Man, Q, guess what happened the other day there?
What you got, brother?
Before I go. So I'm at work, right? Got that little new dude. He been there about 2 weeks, 2 months. Don't nobody like him. He all right with me, Other cats don't like, man, them cats ran him out there. Guess who he rolling with?
Who he rolling with, bro?
The Dallas Cowboys. let them little boys run him off a job, Cowboy fan.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
Yep, little boys, man. I'm talking about little boys in their early 30s and ran him off a job.
Terrible, bro. They ran him off the job. You gotta know how the game go, bro. And got a lot of rotten Cowboys out there. They can't take it, so they
but Q,
play spoiler now.
But Q, this man, 43 years old. He supposed to know better, son.
Yeah, you supposed to know better than that, bro. You supposed to have a little wisdom with it, bro. Supposed to have a little wisdom with that knowledge, bro.
Yeah, I told him, little dude, if I figured out y'all didn't like him, I'm gonna show up every day just to mess y'all day up.
Yeah, well,
that's what I told him. Boy,
you know, God gonna take care of that, fam. You just gotta lead that, man. You know what's good for the goose. That's how it happened, bro. What you give is what you get. That's how it works, man. They just write stuff against themselves, bro. They take
but that dude want to come up there in them people building and want to put new red lights and stop signs up. Them dude wasn't having that, bro.
No.
Yeah. Shit, boy, I ain't never had no job. The dude that owned it say, man, come here in the morning, 30 minutes ahead of time, eat whatever you want to eat.
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't never had no job like that, son. And he pay you good money.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
that's what I'm saying, Matt. Yeah. Some people need to learn how to hold on to these good jobs, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you made a point. I'm talking, gotta be smart.
As black men, though, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You're
right. You gotta be smart, bro. Do the right thing.
But I don't expect nothing less from the more quitting ass Cowboys.
Nah, I don't got nothing to say to him, bro. I'm loving this right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, my Thanksgiving was so good. God damn. If the Saints would have lost Thanksgiving night, I wouldn't have said nothing. I still was happy the Cowboys got their ass tore about that.
Well, I mean, it was a good. I love that because Buffalo took care of business, and I was happy too because I'm tired of hearing about them and that team. We know they ain't it. Come on, cut it out.
Yeah. Talking about the most talented team in the NFL. Don't look like it.
No, far from it.
Don't look like it. What are you talking about? I don't see no talent. Say, man, if I was the offensive coordinator, I would have won lead to the game with Zeke Elliott.
They're just pathetic, man.
I'm telling you,
they're pathetic, man.
You gonna pay that man $50 million not to run him? Shit.
Well, I mean,
if I was Zeke, I'd take that too.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, you gotta use your stars to win. Role players keep it. That's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, it's just I love the fact that they're disintegrating because they were heaped all this unworthwhile due upon them, and they collapsed upon the pressure. Give that to where it belongs. Dilute, put that praise to the team where it belongs, which is the Saints. But in the end, you're gonna see this Super Bowl the Saints will win this year will be better than the first year. It will be because everything that you went through to get it in the end. It just because they'll say, well, you only gonna get one. You lucked up and get one. No, it won't be that case. The next 5 years, the Saints gonna win multiple Super Bowls. Bottom line.
Say Q.
Yes, sir.
I got my Tampa Bay neighbor right here, the Buccaneer fan. Holler at him.
Tampa Bay. Oh well, I don't know if he won't holler at me. The Buccaneers ain't doing too swell.
He's all right.
Oh, we're getting ready to win out and make a playoff berth.
Yeah.
Okay. That much luck with that one, my friend.
Win out. We're getting in.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Ryan. Hey, that's my little partner, Ryan, bro.
Okay, Ryan is a true Buccaneer fan, man. That's big.
Oh yeah.
That's lofty expectations. Talk about winning.
Yeah, Q, but look, a few weeks ago he threw him in the garbage can. He said we're watching football no more.
Yeah. You have a bandwagon fan there, bro.
Oh no, he died hard. He keep his gear on and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, he died hard. He full of them bills right now.
Well, if that's the case, if he wearing his gear and they losing, he is a true fan because most of them are just throw their gear away. But I appreciate you, Willie. Thank you for calling, my friend. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow. Holler at me tomorrow on the
Man,
recap show,
most
bro.
definitely, and hope that we be happy tomorrow.
Oh, I know we're gonna be happy. Hope ain't got nothing to do with it, brother. We gonna take
Hey,
this.
but
Ain't
you
no
got to
doubt about
understand something. The referee might have different plans, huh?
Bro, that don't matter. It's about us, bro. We step on the referee. Referees been trying to stop us for the last 11 weeks. And the only thing we sit up there doing is 10-2. We got this, brother.
Hey, let me ask you something, Q. What you call that referee that's right behind the linebacker? What they call him, the field judge or something, or the back judge?
I'm not certain. I'm not for certain with that.
Well, I tell you what, they need to put a hit out on him. Yeah, and maybe the rest of them will get their mind right.
Bro, we gonna be fine, bro. I'm telling you. Don't even worry about it, Willie. We got this, baby.
Yeah. I want to put them boys in OPP. That's where I want them to be at. Then they'll get their mind right.
Nah, bro. We gonna be all right, bro. But thanks, Willie. Thanks for the call, my family. And who that to you, bro? Be safe out there, cuz.
Yeah. Hey, Q, you and my Joe's on the way home. I just made it on. Thank you, big dog.
Thank you, my brother. Have a good one.
All right. Love you, bro.
Same here, bro. Peace. That's my man, Willie, man. Willie Bibbins. Willie he could be a comedian, man. I can see Willie standing in front of a bunch of people, man, telling jokes and stuff. Willie might be his true calling there, man. Thank you, Willie, for the call. Thank all the family members, man. Paul, Iceman, Tyrese, Kyle Davis, Willie Bibbins, all the family members, my dog Throat Cutter. Thank y'all for calling, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And family, I want to give a big shout out to the rest of the family members in the building. Jonathan O'Neill, good to see you, fam. Adrian, good to see you. Jay Giggity. And now before I go, fam, I'm kind of short on time. The LSU game about to kick off. That show y'all we got love for the Saints that we kind of live. LSU right now up on Georgia 7-0 right now, man. Go take one more call before we dispatch. What's going on, family? Thank you for calling out to the Sports Call. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Big Q. This is Robert Clark. How you doing today?
Hey, Robert. How you doing, brother? How you doing today, man?
Been a while. Hey, I think I might have to take some high blood pressure medicine for tomorrow before the game starts. you know that?
You're anticipating, Robert, it's going to be that kind of affair, huh?
Yeah. Maybe even field goal.
Oh,
but I want to point out something nobody's been talking about.
Okay.
The 49ers, I think they have a weak link. This kicker, Robbie,
Gould, yeah.
How you pronounce it?
Gould.
Yeah, I was looking at his stats, and he's 14 for 22, and that's like 64%. And he's been out like for 3 weeks with a quad injury and just came back last week, and he missed the field goal, like a 50-yard, but it was in the rain, and then they had a blocked field goal. I think I think we have the upper hand on the field goal, don't you think?
Yeah, he kind of that's a great point about Robert. We didn't talk much about the special team aspect of it, but hopefully our special teams won't be a minus like what they did last game. I think I have hope, impression that. But you're right on that. I think only a handful of kickers so far in this league that's been really rock steady. You know, you have Tuck out there in Baltimore. Of course, our guy Will Lutz has been special. You know, we've won more than a handful of games because of Will Lutz's contribution. But yeah, that's interesting as well, Robert. That could be a part of it. His inconsistency could bode well for the Saints, especially if the Saints are stopping them and they're from scoring in the red zone and they need Robbie Gould or to kick a field goal to kind of get points on the board. That might play a part in it as well.
I like to see that crowd noise kind of lose his confidence and maybe a 50-yarder or something.
Right. Absolutely. That's a great angle to come at because like I said, we didn't talk much about the special teams. We're looking at the offensive defense, but yeah, the special teams is a major aspect of that. That's a great point to bring in.
And they're going to the playoffs with a weak link like that. You know, you lose the games that way.
That's true. You know, and you most certainly having, you know, what we do. I think we're really fortunate as Saints fans. You know, we have a Hall of Fame, my opinion, a Hall of Fame punter in Thomas Morstead, and Will Lutz has really turned into. We knew he was special when we signed him, but he is really a solid kicker. I mean, he's one of the top highest paid kickers in the NFL. The Saints knew what they do when they was paying them that money. They knew they have. You know, I don't put too many kickers on that level with Martin Anderson. But if this guy could stay here, he could turn into something special. More so Martin Anderson than what was his name? Garrett. Well, Garrett was more so. Lutz, you're right. Lutz is more close to the Anderson side of the tree versus the opposite end. So yeah, no doubt about it. I'm really comfortable. We have both those assets. We just need the kick returner, punt returner aspect to kind of ratchet it up to help with that field advantage aspect of it.
Okay. Let's see. DeMont Harris, he should be ready to go.
Yes.
So I wanted to point out another thing, Big Q.
Yes, sir.
The run. We have to establish the run. I heard that the power play is what hurts them the most. What we could do, I would say, Zach Lyon's not there. Do you think we'll be able to see what the Malcolm Brown package is? Do you remember the Carolina game? They put in Malcolm.
Right.
Maybe we could open it before Christmas, right?
Yes, I would hope to see what that was, because the Saints rolled it out there at one time and they haven't duplicated it since. But but that is definitely something. I guess Sean Payton has been experimenting with Malcolm Brown in that role, and I mean that's absolutely, that he's one of the biggest Saints out there, and you using him in that capacity. Now the Saints could have used an extra lineman to do that. They could have rolled out one of their linemen to be a blocker, roll out a 6 offensive lineman for that job. But they brought Malcolm Brown, a interior defensive lineman, in to be a fullback. That is very unique. So I would most certainly would love to see what that package looked like. And if Sean Payton had used that, they would have secured that first down on that play. For whatever reason, he pulled him out and put Kamara in there by himself, which is totally stupid. That's why I was saying this guy be out thinking himself sometimes. And if I was Pete Carmichael and Pete with some, with a pair, let's just say that Pete Carmichael, is not going to challenge Sean Payton and say, Coach, listen, I don't care what you do. You stand a better chance of getting that first down, putting Malcolm Brown out there with Latavius Murray, then pulling them both out and putting Alvin Kamara in there by himself. Then he fails. And he's like, I thought that was going to work. How? The chances are you'd have done better with your power back. He's not supposed to be out there anyway by himself on the 3rd and 1. Latavius Murray is a short yardage runner. Stop confusing him, Sean Payton, please. Look, if you get confused, look at the other guy, put them side by side. See one guy 6'1", 215 or 220, 215, 217, Alvin Kamara. The other guy 6'3", 240 something pounds. It's a big difference. You can't get confused by him. Short yardage runner is Latavius Murray. He's supposed to be on there in 3rd and 1. Don't you march Alvin Kamara out there on 3rd and 1 talking about getting no run. Don't you do it. I don't care what you say. Sean Payton, don't do it. Use Latavius Murray. I see Robert, I hate to get fired up right there, Robert, but it's just what it is. It's absolutely insane to me for the coach to do that when you got Murray. Run
3 or 4
Murray.
times they've seen it already.
Right. Run Murray. Let him go. And when you did turn him loose, when you turned him loose, his numbers right now, even though he's not even playing that much, his numbers, he's right up under Alvin Kamara. And if you it just shows. I just don't. You know what it is to me, Robert? I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I think that he does not know how to play them both together. That is what's going on here. He has not figured out how to play Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara effectively together. Now they had one game. I forget which one, where they both had, one had 10 carries, another one had 12 carries. That's about as close as he came to actually having balance with the both of them. But
all I want Payton to do, just make sure, don't make it obvious. Keep the defense guessing. That's what I want them to do.
Thank you. Yeah, Robert, you're right. I mean, keep them guessing. By all means, it's a fast and furious defense that like the blitz. And you know how we deal with them. You know how you deal with a fast and furious defense. You know how you have to deal with them. And plus, despite all this vauntedness about them getting to the quarterback, an overactive defense like that, run on them. You can screen them. You can use that aggression against them. It's ways that you can take. And plus, these are a lot of young, talented players. They don't have all that experience, so you could take advantage of that overactiveness. And plus, on top of that, we should see a lot of penalties on their side as well. We can see a lot of false
Right.
start penalties. We can see a lot of that going on because it's going to be absolutely rocking.
We averaged 60 yards penalties per game. I think 49ers are just right behind us, but that's what I don't know exactly what the 49ers are getting per game, but I guess it won't make a difference.
Right. But you know, when you play the Saints, you get less penalties. So your penalties
Right.
should drop a bit and the Saints penalties should go up. That's been the trend over 11 weeks. So, I mean, the Saints get penalized more times than the opposition. That is a established statistical fact. Now, it's now. So it's not just me up here, going through the motions and just talking. No, I've been saying what I see, and then the numbers is backing it up. That the Saints are being unfairly targeted by the referees to slow them down. You have a San Francisco 49er fan, Fred Jr., in the chat. And Fred said, and this from a 49er fan, that the NFL doesn't like the Saints. They love the 49ers, and that the NFL will stop you from getting this. What the man said. I'm like, look at this in here. Look at this in here. So, but it is what it is. We got to take care of business against Fred's 49ers and Fred's 49ers friends, which are the Zebras. We got to take care of business. We've been beating them all year.
Yep, every game. Almost.
Pretty much.
Couple. Yeah. All right. Hey, thank you, BQ. Let me be on the show. Look forward to this game. I always say my wife likes the show too. She I let her listen to much for a while. So I'm gonna get some of the. I got to get that shirt though. God's a Saints fan too. You know, do that.
Thank you, Rob. Thank
my
you.
wife wants. My wife keeps bothering about. She wants me to hurry up and get one before Christmas.
But you better make it happen. You got to make it happen, Robert. You can't.
Yeah.
You know that old saying, a happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, she ain't home yet. No. All right, Big Q, are you there?
You. Yeah, I'm here, my friend.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna keep listening. I'll get back on. Let get off the show right now. But thank you so much.
No, appreciate you,
and
Robert.
Who that for you?
Thank you. Who that to you too, family. Thank you, man. And appreciate both you and your wife for listening and the support, man. Thank you very much. Who that to you, and be safe, my friend.
Bye.
Bye. That's Robert, man. Great guy. Both him and his wife are listeners. Love that, man. Sports Coma family continues to grow. A lot of the great family members, man, introduced the show to their family members as well. And then it just grows and grows and grows, man. I just appreciate it. I just feel blessed, man, to be in the position to be able to talk to you guys. You guys are terrific. You're awesome, man. And you make all of this worthwhile, man. And I thank you, man. I really do. And I always say that. I always say that every show because I mean that. So thank you guys. But let's see here, family. I'm going to try to get down, give some shout out to the rest of the family members in the building. My time is kind of short now. Right now, LSU is in the middle of the first quarter. It's LSU up on Georgia 7-0 currently right now. LSU Tigers on top right now. Let's see who got the touchdown here. Let's see. Joey Burrow 4-5, 66 yards and 1 touchdown. 7-0 LSU on Georgia right now. SEC championship game is on, family. So I'm kind of short for time, so I'm gonna give a shout out to the rest of the family members, and then we're gonna shut the show off. And remember, we'll be back. Come up on after the game tomorrow. It's a noon game. We'll be back maybe like 30 minutes to an hour behind the game. We'll have the interviews. We'll have statistical breakdown and whatnot. Chat all the family members in the live stream right now. Please feel free, if you're not a subscriber, to subscribe to the Sports Coma. Also hit the like button, the thumb button, and hit your notification button just to let you know. Because remember, when we do shows, special shows, and you're not getting notified the regular method, please hit that notification button. It notifies you. So do that, family. Make sure you hit all your buttons. That's the best way to do it. Like, subscribe, and the notification button as well. Now I'm give a big shout out to our callers today. Paul, Iceman, Tyrese, Kyle Davis, my dog Throat Cutter, thank you for his passion. Willie Bibbins and Robert Clark, all great callers, all fantastic people called in the day. It's always special, man. And I thank your family. Big ups to all the family members in the chat. I'm going to try to go down and holler at the family members right quick. Thank you, Fred Jr., for joining. Fred's a 49ers fan, but he subscribed to the Saints thing, so he says he's going to be here tomorrow. And this is the trend. We've been getting a lot of different people coming into the show. We had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan that was here 3 weeks ago, was it? We had the Atlanta Falcons fan that we had to take care of and get up out of here. But as long as you're respectful, you know, you could chill with us. Like I said, the Black and Gold family members are the best people in the world. They're the best people in the world. You can eat with us, drink with us, we'll talk. We the greatest people in the world. But just don't come with the disrespect. You know, just don't come with the disrespect. You know, that's all I say, family. Keep it 100. Big ups to all the rest of the family. Anthony Daniels, good to see you, Anthony, in the chat. Marvin Washington, I see you, baby. Says in the past 3 years, we're averaging 11 penalties for 115 yards. We still win. However, we need to clean that up. If not, we'll have trouble with at least 5 more, no less. Thank you there, Marvin. Appreciate you. Lionel Jones, who that to your family? Good to see you. Troy Thompson, who that to you, my dog. William Saborin. The Saints are going to take at least 1 punt return to the house, at least 1. Thank you, William. Appreciate you, fam. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, William. Kevin says the Saints need to come out tomorrow and out the league on and put the league on notice. Thank you, Kevin, for that. Adrian, big ups to you. NOS says facts on facts. Thank you, NOS. Appreciate your family. Much love to you. Scoop says, I love this thing between us. Big Q is glue that holds a strong bond between perfect strangers. Whatever it takes to facilitate the growth and sustaining of this, I will help to do. Thank you, Scoop. Appreciate you. And that's the mindset of all of it. This is something unique here. It's something special that we have here, man. And I just thank goodness that we had this platform, because I would have never met a Scoob. You know, I would have never met a Kyle Davis, a Robert Clark, a Tyrone Jones, you know, a Teal the Legend, a Demi, a Cheryl, a Tyra. You know, I wouldn't, a Dada, you know, Sean, Devin, you know, and I'm going off just memory. Kevin, Brandon Dot Davis, you know, on and on, Paul, you know, the historian. I would have never revolt from out there, you know, the right one, you know, Soldier for God 77, the Young Bloods 46. You know, this is all the family, man, that been here for seems like forever. But I would have never met y'all if it wasn't for this platform. And I appreciate the hell out this platform, man. I really do, because of the connections with the family, man. Awesome. Effort Productions, I can't really say that, cuz, you know, but you know what I'm saying. Says, if Sean Payton gets cute again, we will abandon the run game. Then I'm afraid we'll lose. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. F Productions. Tyrone Jones says Saints have to beat down the 49ers when the Saints and 49ers were in the same division. 49ers was Saints killers. No doubt about it. I remember all those old days. We might have won like 1 or 2 of those matchups, but they were so head and shoulders. We just didn't have the offense to compete with them. The defense, we had a Hall of Fame defense. They had a Hall of Fame offense. But and then Martin Anderson. It was defense and Martin Anderson. We just didn't have a complete enough offense to compete with the 49ers back then. My, have the times have changed. Tyrone, let's see what else we got here. Elise says, I think I just heard the name Washington, which we'll see more in the future. Promise. Teal says, you got me pumped up, bro. Thank you, Teal. But big ups to all the family members. I can't read all of them, family, so I'm going to just give y'all shots out. Lance Kelly, I see your family. Christopher Massey says, how much of the problem is Drew checking out to a passing play? Go back and watch Payton's reaction after the Panthers INT and tell me that's what he was expecting to see. You're right, Christopher. That's a good point there, family. And sometimes it works. A lot of times it works, but it's that thing. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a gamble, you know, but you're right. Demi says, Q, what if Sean Payton don't run the ball and as a result we lose? I will have to ask God to forgive me for unclean thoughts aimed at him. Just do your job. Thank you, Demi. Very smart. And if you don't have to worry about Demi saying it, just let me do it. I beat up on the desk and say it over and over again. Sean Payton, you better run that ball and stop getting cute. Bottom line. Thank you, Demi. Devin says the team's best seasons are when Drew is under 4,500 yards passing. Absolutely right. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Tremalsi, Atlanta was an experienced team. That's why they beat us. They were an experienced team, experienced in losing, but at the same time, they knew who the Saints were, and they were desperate. I would say more of a desperate team. That was a desperate effort by Atlanta, knowing that they were fighting for an opportunity to stay relevant. Ultimately, they got dusted up a couple of weeks later, but they thought for the interim, coming off that bye week, that they can do something. And they just caught the Saints at the wrong time. Remember, it's about who you are that day, not overall as a sum total, but that day. The better team that day wins the game. The Saints were not the better team that day, even though they had the better team. They just didn't show up. Derek said, how many times season have the haters say what we're going to do? We would think that we would be tired of the Saints proving them wrong and making them look stupid. We're just going to shut them up again. Problem is with them, though, Derek, just to say this, AJ Pierce, big ups to your family. I see you. Problem with these people picking against the Saints is they have short memories too. So they're dumb pickers with short memories. You know, they don't remember that they got it wrong, and if they do, they're just a bunch of con artists, man. You know, just a bunch of confidence men. And most of them got short memories. But that's why it's up to you, me, and remind you, hey, man, you picked against us. Remember? Oh, yeah. My bad. Man, shut up. That slap. Demi says, thanks. Charles says, agree. NOS says, love the live call feature. Is awesome to hear other people's perspectives. Thank you, NOS. Joy says, now in the chat, my dog. Okay, family talking to each other. Let's see, Derek said, if you have any watches, welcome to the Sports Corner. Thank you, Derek. NOS says, can't stand the 49ers fans. Didn't even know they existed until this week. They can be respectful, though. You know, 49ers fan need to stay respectful. You know, and we can make it. You know, I don't know too many other platforms that do that, but, you know, we Saints, you know, and that's that spiritual aspect that I spoke about. You know, you could have chose any team name. You could chose the Dragons, the Alligators, but they chose the Saints. The Saints come with a special spiritual over and undertone to it. You know, you tapping into something spiritual and powerful when you claim the Saints name, and then you play football in the name of the Saints. It's something that people they thinking it's just football. Nothing is just one or two layered. I mean, everything is multi-layered depending on your knowledge base, your information base, and more importantly, your perspective. Because if you a person that have perspective, you can spin something around and get dozens of looks at it and get a different vantage point, and then take all those and add them together and get one good stern vantage point. That's what it comes down to. But it all depending on who looking at it, you know, and where you go. Let's see. Joy says, big ups to Joy. Elise said the games are hilarious. Everyone's on their iPads. Gobson not even paying attention to the game per moving from SF. Verla says, Q, give the locker room speech. AJ says, Q, you got me fired up. Zach, who that to you, Zach? Devin says, we got work to do. If it ain't about no division titles or NFC titles, it's about a ring. Been denied 2 years straight. Pissed off, bro. Absolutely. Who that to you, Sweat Man? I see your family. He says a down year for Kamara could be a blessing in disguise for us to resign him. Very good. Very good indeed. Very good point. It's always a light side and dark side to it, isn't it, family? It all depends on perspective to see him. It really truly. Zach who that says we are the first in the NFC. We haven't played our best game yet. There is a lot to be positive about. Who that? Iceman said he in there. Demi says they have renamed our dome the Voodoo Dome. How you love that? They can call it whatever they want, but it will be called the Funeral Dome tomorrow when we take care of business and get them up out of there. Ricky Williams, who that T said, who that big Q in the nation? This will be the Saints' best game of the season. I predict the Saints will win 7-10 in Vegas. Books will be beating. The money is going on the 6-Niners. Okay, family, I got one more request for you before we get out of here. I want everybody in the live stream to give me a score on the game. This is the preview game, and customary we started it is to give a score. Give me your score. I want to know your score on this game. The Saints win. What is the score? Let me know what you think. What is the winning score tomorrow going to be when the game is over with? Now, I've said I think that the score will be 34 to 17. I say 34-21 Saints. I don't think this might just be me if the Saints do what they're supposed to do, in which I'm anticipating them doing it. I think that they could be able to beat this team a lot, by a couple of scores, based on what the Baltimore game was when they won 17 or whatever it was. 20-17 or whatever it was. What is your score? I say 34-21. Or maybe 34-24. That's my score. 34-24 is my score. 34-24. If they handle business, I think we'll be fine. That's what I'm saying. Who that to all the family? Young Nola, JT. He said, let's give a shout out to Coach Curtis Johnson for finding Mike Thomas. Kevin says these hand-to-face penalties are coming hard on the Saints. What's up with that? That's just referees cutting up. Drew Goddamn Breeze, Elite Goods, Kyle Davis, Tyra. Good to see you in the building, baby. Throat cut up. Thank you for all that, man. Pablo, who that to your family? I see you, Renal. Who that to your family? Also, Adrian, thank you for coming in. She in the building as well. I know she working hard out there, doing her thing. Tyra says, from Nola, been living on the West for 22 years, and I stay repping. They know out here. Thank you, Tyra. Let them know, baby. Titan Brother 00, who that from San Antonio? Subscribe, Titan Brother 00. If you're not a subscriber, good to hear from you. They got several other really great family members from San Antonio that's in the live stream, fam. Subscribe. Let's see. Zach said we have a young but experienced team with an elite QB and a defense that could control the game. That's exactly what you need in the playoffs. We've been there. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, fam. Also, big ups to Devin. Devin says that Matt Ryan block in the back told it all. That's right. All right, let's see. Verlin says weather was a factor, but look at the stink show the 6ix put on in Washington. They're 10-2, but how many wins were against a gritty and adaptable like us? Bayou Bullies eat the old runs, we win. Thank you, Verlin. Well said, family. Kevin says they play the defense because they don't think that some of the corners can hold up. Let's see. Demi says I will have to get me a Saints flag. Who that 504 boy? Who that to your family? I see you. Let's see. I'm just going down the chat. See my dog Dada in there. Dominic. I see you, Dominic. Good to see you, family. Dominic in the building. Crass, thank you for your donation, family. I wasn't able to tell you that during the time we had an interview, but thank you, family, for your donation. Appreciate you, bro. You know, much love to you, cuz. Appreciate you. As you know, keeping it real. Let's see. Otis Jackson III says, get George Culverson out of here too. David Sam says, we not spooked. Thank you, David. Appreciate your family. Subscribe, both you and Otis. If you're not subscribers, feel free to subscribe. Big Smoke Dog chilling. Let's see. Let me get through the rest of this. Let's see. George Culverson in the building as well. Let's see. I'm trying to get the rest of the family. Let's see here. Boy, y'all was going at it, huh? Tyrone Jones says 7-0. Yeah, I'm watching the Tyrone. I'm monitoring that LSU game, fam. Let's see. Tro Cutter says, talk to y'all tomorrow. Who that? Thank you, Tro Cutter. Appreciate that passion, man. You know, and stay calm, brother. Whatever you do, stay calm out there. Crash said, take it easy. Revolt out. Thank you, Revolt. Appreciate you, bro. We'll see you tomorrow, fam. And let's see, I think I got Mr. Brown. Good to see you, family. He says, keep the fire coming, Big Q. Thank you, Mr. Brown. I see you up in there. Travis Johnson, who that to you? I see your family as well in the building. JT, let's see who else I might have missed when I was running my trap. Sub-Zero said, I've been crying all about Murray and getting the ball. Payton, please run the ball. We employing a Marty Frost. Who that to you, Marty? I see you, baby. Neville. Big ups to you as well, Neville. Let me get some of those things. Everybody, family, all the members in the chat, give me your score on this game. I'm about to read them. Zach, like the funeral dome reference. Steve, who that to you, Steve? I see you, bro. Steve win. Who that to your family? Steve believes like I do. It's not going to be as close as you think. 31-10. Steve has it. Zach says 30-20. Thank you, fam. Revolt says 17-10. Saints over the Niners. Thank you, Revolt. That's an old school score, Revolt. JT says Saints 40, Niners 21. Robert says 28-24 Saints. Thank you, Robert. Elite says 20-17 Saints. Thank you there, brother. Paul says 27-21 Saints. Thank you right there, Paul. Mr. Brown says 28 Saints, 17 San Francisco. Thank you, family. Travis 504, who that to your fam? He says 31-17 Saints. Tyra says payback from 2011. Verlin says 34-17 with 2 defensive touchdowns. Okay, thank you, Verlin. Neville says 31-28. Close win. Saints win by a field goal. Thank you, Neville. Otis had been crying about Murray. I read that one. Otis Jackson III says 45-13 Saints over the Niners. Thank you, Otis. Devin says 28-10 Saints. Thank you there, Marty. Who that to you, Marty? Scoob says 24-16 if they are lucky. Elite says, damn, Otis. Zach says pick 6 in the game. Jimmy G to Davis. Devin says happy for who? Lionel says, if it has anybody who's going to step up, it's going to be Traquan Smith. Thank you, Lionel. Lionel says, for the young wide receiver. Travis 504 says, I'll be getting to work early tomorrow, getting off time for the game. Who that? All right, take it easy on that one, Travis. Mr. Brown said, how can I support? Well, there's some things that you can do, Mr. Brown, to support the show. We have several ways that you can do. You can sign up to become a patron on our, you can sign up to become a patron of the show, which is basically you're like Demi and Devin, Dada, Sean, Kelly, a lot of great family members that became a patron of the show, which is they basically donate $5 or $10 per month to the platform to help the platform empower itself. And I'm fixing that link in the description section so you can see. And I'm talking to all the family members like Mr. Brown who love the platform, love the direction the platform is going, and want to help it become even stronger. The link that just was put into the chat was to become a Patreon member. You could donate $1 or $5 or $10 a month to the platform, and we take that revenue and turn it around and then put it back into the platform and results that you can see. Of course, you guys know you've seen the changes for some time now. We're going into, this is live stream number 62, 470 something, 72 or 73. Sometimes I forget, but really it's more than that. But like I said, we do 20 to 25 podcasts a month. So if you believe in what we're doing, you can donate and become a Patreon member, or you can go to the description section and purchase items. The clothing items got 20 something, 24, 25 different designs in the pro shop, and those proceeds go back into building the platform as well. So the Patreon link, the pro shop, all those services, and we even have a cash app set up as well for the Sports Coma, and I'm placing that one in there as well. It's hashtag Sports Coma, and you, of course, if you guys use the Cash App, this is the link for the Cash App as well for people who want to donate via Cash App. They send a link. It's # the Sports Coma. That is our Cash App link for those who don't know. So please lock that in your phones if you want to donate as well, or like a lot of family members donate through the chat as well. It is multiple ways to help the platform. Thank you for asking, Mr. Brown. Thank you. Paul says Saints 27-21 over the Niners. Tyrone Jones says 27-10 Saints over the Niners. Lionel Williams, good to see you there. Lionel says 30-17 Saints. Marty Frost says 34-24 Saints. Crass says 27-17 Saints. Thank you, Crass. Appreciate you, buddy. William Musgrove, who that to you, William? He says Dat slapping crew 31-28. Thank you, William. Appreciate you there, man. Oh, you're quite welcome, Mr. Brown. Paul says Gardner Johnson will get 2 interceptions in the game. A lot of great points there. Thank y'all. Those are terrific scores. Like I said, my score is 34 or 30. What did I say? 34-24. That's what I'm going to stick with. 34-24. I don't think it should, unless we doing stuff that we ain't have no business doing in this game, like passing when we should be running, putting Latavius Murray in on third downs we ain't supposed to be. Unless we start doing stupid stuff like that, then I don't anticipate this game being close. I really don't. Once I really feel that we're strong where they're weak at. Not saying they're a bad team, but this is where this team will learn how to become a better team, playing against a team that been through everything we've been through. We something serious here. And people don't understand that until we take care of business against teams they perceive are challenges or challenges or the champions. They don't get that. We do. And that's usually how it is until we have to show you on the football field. So I'm not saying that this is going to be a close game. It shouldn't be a close game. Like the Carolina game shouldn't be a close game. As long as you do what you're supposed to, you should beat this team by at least 2 scores. Hence my total 34-24 Saints. So I'd like to thank all the family members for joining tonight on the live stream. Thank you all for joining us with us. And I'm looking at it right now. LSU up right now 14-0 on Georgia at the end of the first half. Joy B 2 touchdowns so far. 9 out of 10, 123 yards. I told y'all, go back and listen to the Tough Tiger Talk preview. Georgia has not seen an offense like this. Very few people have. This is a legendary offense that's breaking records, and you probably won't ever see this type of offense again for another 20 or 30 years. This is very special stuff going on here. But anyway, I'd like to thank all the beautiful Black and Gold family members for joining the live stream. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all support. Appreciate y'all coming in and spending some time here. Thank y'all for all the great things you do. Verlin says, how many sacks you see, Q? Against this team, I can see about 3 or 4 sacks in this game, Verlin. For real. For real. About 3 or 4 sacks in the game. I can see it going down. Charles Mayfield says, Tigers taking care of business just like the Saints going to beat them up. That's what I'm talking about. Steve says 4 sacks for the D. Thank you, Steve. I'm with you. I say 3 or 4 sacks too, Verlin. It's going down in the major capacity. I'm telling you, they don't know who this team is, but we're going to show them tomorrow. Scoob says so too. 4 sacks and multiple tackles for loss. Thank you, Scoob. Thank y'all, family members, for joining us. All of the great stuff. Thank y'all for all the great things and spending 3 hours and 37 minutes today's with your boy. Thank y'all for joining me. As always, please feel free to go, family, and go to the Pro Shop. Remember, all proceeds from the Pro Shop goes to help the platform. So, you know, hold on, let me see why our video here look like it's stuck. Yeah, but anyway, all proceeds from the Sports Coma Pro Shop goes back into the platform to keep it viable, to keep it strong, to keep it moving fast. So if you're interested in supporting the show, go to this Pro Shop. Like I said, there's dozens of items in there. It's not just shirts, but it's gear for the ladies, for the men, for the children, even stuff for the babies. They got onesies and stuff like that in there. And it's also coffee mugs. If you love the coffee, some Java, they're great Saints related coffee mugs, Pelican related stuff like that, all in there. Great designs, awesome gear in the Pro Shop. It goes to great farms. You can look good supporting the Black and Gold. Who that to you, Thelma? I see you, baby. Good to see you. She said you going for an 8-hour stream today. No, Thelma, not today, baby. Not today. But appreciate you though for asking. Thank you, Thelma. But yes, fam, we just to let the family members know that that's one of the great ways to support the show. We have the Cash App. The link is in the description section. The Pro Shop, which has all kind of great gear that helps the platform, and it's a great thing. Not to mention everything else we do, the various podcasts that we do. If you're interested in the Pelicans, please go and subscribe to the Pelican Postgame Report. That's our YouTube channel where we cover the Pelicans every week. And also, Ring Kings Boxing will be recapping the mega fight today, which was going to be Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua for the unification of the heavyweight belts. Hopefully, Anthony Joshua's my dude, but I kind of want Andy Ruiz to win, because the only way we're going to truly see unification is if Andy Ruiz beats Joshua once again. Then he'll immediately set up a match with Deontay Wilder, and that will decide the unification. Any other way, it'll take you at least another year to get them together. Joshua's big overseas. Deontay's gaining a name in the U.S., and those two teams don't like each other. So to get Ruiz to beat Joshua, then you get unification. Then we can see Deontay and Joshua fight on his own set of premises. That's a whole bunch of boxing jargon for those who don't know. But just to let you know, we do a Ring King boxing show. You can find that channel on YouTube or listen to it on Spreaker. Spreaker is our audible platform We use YouTube as our visual platform. So if you're at work and you want to listen to Audible podcasts, Spreaker is your tool. We also have the Tough Tiger Talk there. And remember, these podcasts are available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, everywhere there are podcasts. The Sports Coma, Pelican Post Game Report, Ring King Boxing, and Tough Tiger Talk are there. So once again, I'd like to thank all the beautiful Black and Gold family members for chiming in today. And I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this whooping that the LSU Tigers are putting on them. I'll be back tomorrow after the game so we can recap the San Francisco 49ers kicking butt over the 49ers in the Funeral Dome. It's known just for today and tomorrow that the Superdome is called the Funeral Dome because that is the place where the 49ers will be buried. So thank you guys for joining us here on the Sports Coma. Once again to today, please subscribe. If you aren't a subscriber, please hit the Pro Shop up. Make sure all your notifications, subscribe buttons and everything are hit so you can catch us for live stream. Thank you once again to all our fantastic callers, all our fantastic commenters. I love y'all, man. Stay strong. Who that to you? And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, baby.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like Q always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the Sports Coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl.